Big Mike checking in, Real Talk TV. Hope you guys are blessed, having a great day. Good night. You know what I'm saying? I know it's late night, but I am accustomed to working night shifts, so I'm off tonight. But needless to say, my body is very much accustomed to staying up at night. You know what I'm saying? My wife is already in bed, but I'll probably be up for a little while. We'll be up for a little while, and just wanted to chop it up with you guys, see who's up right now. So I'm gonna wait for some people to get into the chat, if any. If nobody, then hey, I'll take this down and we'll just forget all about it. But but yeah, man, I want to talk to you guys tonight about the power in walking away. The power in walking away. I'm going to wait for some folks to drop in, and then we'll get started. But I am going to continue rambling in the meantime. You guys see the microphone? I just got this new microphone a couple of days ago. It's actually my favorite microphone, man. So let me know if y'all can hear me, okay? So if you're in the chat right now, let me know if you can hear me clearly. I just got these new, this new microphone, the DJI set. They're pricey, but it's definitely worth it. Me and my wife tried it out earlier today once we got everything set up or whatever, and I'm telling you, man, it's like the best microphone I've ever used. Well worth the investment. But yeah, I'm talking about the power in walking away, you guys. I'm going to wait for some folks to drop into the chat, and then we'll get started. All right. It's almost 1 o'clock in the morning, so I know it's late. I don't expect to get too many people on here because, of course, the time, and I know a lot of y'all got to work early Monday morning. I don't work until the evening time, so I got time to get my rest, you feel me? But if you're in the chat, you drop into the chat, let me know who you are and where you're from. Who you are and where you're from. And you guys pardon me, I'm gonna be sipping on my little white Zinderfeld tonight, you know what I'm saying? We vibing tonight, man. It's late, I'm gonna be up for a while. Wifey's already in bed, it's 1 o'clock in the morning almost, and I'm just chopping it up with y'all, man, having a late night. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get into it. I'm gonna start talking to you. I'm gonna talk to you guys real quick, man, about the power in walking away. Why walking away is so important. Walking away is so important. It speaks more volumes than your words ever will. Walking away. When you realize that someone does not respect you, someone does not honor you, they don't value you, I don't care who they are, you will speak more volumes to them in walking away than you ever will with your words. Truth be told. I've experienced that so many times in my life, and I don't care how much you argue down somebody, they'll never get the message fully until they see that you mean business and walking away. So I'm gonna wait for some folks to drop into the chat. It's been a little minute. I've seen some people came and left, but I'm gonna wait for some folks, man. I know I need to be better with this. I need to be better at letting you guys know ahead of time whenever I am going live. But I am so bad at that. I apologize, y'all. I am so bad at that, man. I do not let you guys know ahead of time that I am going live. I just come on when I feel like coming on. I need to stop that. I need to stop that. If you're in the chat, man, let me know who you are and where you're from, all right? We're talking tonight about the power in walking away. Why it is so critical if you are in a situation where you are with somebody that doesn't respect you, or if you are dealing with somebody who doesn't respect you, to walk away. After you've already said what you needed to say, you've already argued them down, you've already tried the best you can to make your point, they still don't get it, to walk away. If you're in the chat, let me know who you are, where you're from. We're talking about the power in walking away. If y'all can hear me, please let me know y'all can hear me in the chat, man. Like, give me a thumbs up that you can hear me, because I got this new microphone. I just want to, you know what I'm saying? I just want to let you, you guys hopefully can let me know if you can hear me, all right? Please let me know if you can hear me. And if you ever had any experiences of walking away from somebody, share that with me in the comments. I see a couple people in the chat, man. What's up, man? Drop your names, man. What's up? Who you are and where you from? We just kicking it late night tonight, man. Nothing crazy. I'm not even gonna be here in too long, because I got some chores to do before I go to bed. But I'm just gonna be up for a while, because like I said, I'm kind of accustomed to night shift, so I'll be up for a little while. If you can hear me, let me know that you can hear me by a thumbs up in the chat if you can hear me. We're talking about the power in walking away. And also, like I said, you guys who got your own testimony about that, I'd like to read it in the comments. Because a lot of times I feel like I see so many incidents, and I mean, I've been through this myself too. When I was younger and I didn't value myself the way I do now, I dealt with so many things, and I did not have the courage to walk away because I didn't feel good about myself. And when you don't feel good about yourself, you tend to deal with a lot more nonsense than when you have, you know what I'm saying, confidence in yourself and you have love for yourself. Then you tend to put up with a lot less. You don't tend to put up with no nonsense, man, when you got genuine love for yourself. When you don't have love for yourself, you put up with anything. So that's what we're talking about tonight. And also, we're going to have a free Chop It Up session. It's late night, 1 o'clock in the morning. And I'm just kicking it with y'all, man. So I'm going to be up for a while. So I'm off. I'm going to be up for a while. What better way than to kick it with y'all? No comments, man. What's up, man? Like, y'all hit me. Chop it up, man. What's good, man? Y'all just being quiet tonight. Yeah, I don't want to talk to myself the entire time. Yeah, man. So that's what we on tonight. The power in walking away. Now, but until I wait for some folks to comment, I'm just going to like share with y'all, you know what I'm saying? One incident that I remember clearly. This was a long time ago, but, and I'm married now. You guys who don't know that, just putting that out there. I'm married now, whatever. But back when I was younger, back in my early 20s, right? I used to date this chick who I was madly in love with, man. I was madly in love with this girl, man. Like, it was crazy. Like, I loved her. It was bad, right? Anyway, this woman at the time, she realized how much I cared for her, right? So she did things knowing that I would put up with it because I had so much love for her, right? And I didn't, honestly, at the time, I didn't have no real love for myself at that time. I was just too far out there and what I was doing, the streets, and I didn't really have full awareness of self. So I put up with a lot of stuff back then, right? And she realized that. She knew that she can do and say pretty much whatever, and I would just deal with it because I just loved her so much. But when I finally had the gall to walk away, when I finally had the nerve to walk away from this person, it was a whole different level of respect. You know what I'm saying? People are not going to respect you 100% the way you want them to respect you, when they see that you don't have the power to walk away from them. They can say and do whatever they want to, say and do to you, and you're just going to put up with it. You're just going to remain there because you have no love for yourself. And they see that. See, these people know that. They know that about you. You know what I'm saying? And yo, what's up with the chat, man? Hit me up in the chat, man. Who are y'all? Where y'all from, man? What's up? I need some comments. I'm talking to myself, man. But yeah, man, you speak far more volumes, man, about town. Yo, what up, man? How you doing, family? Appreciate you dropping in the chat, man. From England. Oh, word. That's what's up, man. Shout out to England. Never had the pleasure of going to England, man, but I definitely look to visit one of these days. My wife's sister is from England, so looking forward to it, visiting one day. You know what I'm saying? We go to see them. Shout out to England, though, man. Yeah, but anyway, when it comes to walking away, that respect has to be earned. It's not going to just be given. You know what I'm saying? Like people are going to treat you the way that you allow them to treat you. People are going to do and say to you what you allow them to do and say to you. They're not going to respect you until you have the courage to walk away. Then they know you mean business. Now, the thing is this, right? You address that. That's the way that I would advise you guys to like handle that. If you feel like this person doesn't respect me, this person is not treating me the way I want them to treat me, then yeah, you address that, right? I feel like because all people should be made aware of what they may be doing wrong. Because some people may not know. Some people may not know. They may not be aware of it, right? But once you made that clear to them, that hey, this is what I require, this is what I expect of a person who's in my life, right? And they are still not acting accordingly, then you have to make a choice. Now, some people, they just put up with whatever because they just want to say, I got somebody around. But that's, nah, that's not acceptable, man. That's not acceptable. Like, you have to, again, gain love for yourself enough to, like, you're not going to let nobody play with you. Like, I refuse at this point in my life, at 42 years old, I don't let people play with me, dog. Like, like, I already know what it is, bro. Either you're gonna act accordingly or you're not gonna act accordingly. I don't got time for that nonsense, bro. I don't got time to be training people how to treat me. I don't got time for that. And you guys got to get to that point where it's not arrogance either. See, that's the thing too. Do not get it confused with arrogance. Some people may say, "Oh, you're arrogant," right? But it's not arrogant to know what you demand, or it's not arrogance, rather, to expect what you know you deserve. That's not arrogance. Arrogance is when you're expecting something that you don't deserve. You're just talking nonsense at the side of your deck. That's arrogance. But when you know what you're worth, when you know the value that you bring to other people's lives, and you don't got time to play with people like that, and you want the same thing in return, that's not arrogance. That's just knowing your worth. Knowing your worth and arrogance is two totally different things. Man About Town says, honestly, between two people goes a long way. Yeah, absolutely. Honesty. Honesty. Being like, hey, this is what I require. Boom. This person can give it to you or they can't. And it takes a big person, too, to admit when they probably are not capable of giving you what you require and then walking away from you if they know that, hey, I can't do that. I can't give this person what they require. It takes a mature person who understands themselves to be able to realize that and then walk away from that person who may be respecting or expecting something from them that they're not able to give. And it definitely takes a person of character to encourage also to tell someone what they require, because not everybody got the courage to do that. Some people are just suffering in silence. That's not cool. I can't do that. I can't suffer in silence, man. If I require something, I gotta have that, or I'm not gonna be happy. And if I'm not gonna be happy, it's gonna be made manifest in my behavior. I'm not gonna be. No, man. I just can't rock like that. You know what I mean? So honesty goes a long way. You're absolutely right, man. Man About Town says we all have different skills and needs, and that's why we have to look out for each other. Absolutely. 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 Because what you're good at, somebody else may not be good at, and vice versa. What they're not good at, you may be good at. So, you know, gives balance. Like there's things my wife is good at that I'm not good at. There's things I'm good at that she's not good at. So we balance each other out, you know what I mean? But I couldn't imagine her being exactly like me or me being exactly like her. Like, that's boring. You need, you know, you need that balance. You need that, yeah. I know, man. I hit up, y'all. I hit you guys up too late tonight. Ain't nobody online tonight. I got on live way too late. I was just up, gonna be up for a while. Just thought I would hit you guys up to see who's up tonight, man. Robert says, God bless you all. Hey, absolutely. God bless you too, Robert. Thanks for dropping in, bro. Appreciate you. Robert, in case you missed it, I was talking to the chat about the power of walking away. You know what I'm saying? Just some small talk, you know, nothing crazy. And you guys want to chop it up about anything else, man, feel free. This is y'all's chat. It's not all about me, it's about you guys too. So if you want to ask questions or whatever the case is, and you got something going on in your life that you just want to chop it up about, I'm all open to it. You know what I'm saying? We don't have to talk about just only what I want to talk about. We can talk about whatever. Because you guys are up with me just late at night on my freaking live stream, dog. Talk to me about whatever, man. I don't care. We just chopping it up. So, any questions about what's going on in your life, anything you want to talk about, you want to vent, that's what I'm here for. You want to ask me a question about me, I'm open to it. It's 1 o'clock in the morning over here, so, and like I said, I work late nights and I'm used to being up late at night, so I'm gonna be up for a while. Wife, she's asleep, so I'm just Marcus, what up, boy? Hey, my guy up in the chat, man. What's up, man? Okay, yeah. What's up, Mike? I deleted my old channel. This is my new one. Oh, word, that's what's up, man. Hey, Marcus, man, you need to keep making content, bro. I love the way you talk, man. Like, you definitely got some game you can drop on the youth, man. So keep that going. And you'll just keep getting better, bro. Keep doing that, man. Like that video you made that one time, I watched one of your videos, bro. I love your video, man. Like keep making content, man. Whenever you got time, you got something in your heart you want to share with people, man, drop that content, bro. Do you feel if you, a man about town says, do you feel if you and your wife were exactly the same in interests and skills that the relationship would work? No, it wouldn't work if we are the same. If you're the same as somebody, man, I can't do that. That's just me though. I like somebody opposite for me because then it gives us a challenge. It gives us something to like, we can learn from each other. You know what I'm saying? If she was just like me, how can I teach her if she's just like me or if I'm just like her? Whatever she's good at, I can learn from her what she's good at. And whatever I'm good at, she can learn from me what I'm good at. For example, right? I'll give you an example. Now, I'm ashamed to admit this, right? But it's the truth. I'm ashamed to admit this, but it's the truth. My wife is a very handy woman. She fixes things like that. Like she learned from her dad, man, growing up. You know what I'm saying? Like she's very, very good at fixing things. She's very crafty. I'm not. I'm not proud of that, but it's the truth. She's very crafty. Like she'd be putting stuff together like nothing. I'd be like, man, what the heck, man? Like I feel so emasculated sometimes, but it's the truth, man. Like I can put things together when it comes with instructions, but she's just good at just figuring things out. You know what I'm saying? And I love that about her. And like me, I'm very good at like scriptures. She's not very good at scriptures and understanding scriptures. I'm better at that than she is. So we kind of feed off each other when it comes to certain things in our lives, man. She's better at holding on to money. Like she is very tight with money. I can be a little bit, but I'm not that great at it. Like when I see something I want, it's like I just get it, man. But she's more meticulous with her spending, and she's like, "Oh well, we should wait." I'm like, "Wait for what, man? I got the money, I can afford it. Like I'm just gonna go get it." But she's like, "No, we got a plan for this, and stuff like that." So yeah, man, we balance each other out. So I appreciate that. But yeah, we were just like exactly the same. I don't see us probably working like that because, like they say, opposites attract, man. So I can imagine her being just like me. Or like she doesn't hardly ever drink. Like she's not a drinker. Like I'm not a big drinker like I used to be, but I still drink, right? But she's opposite of me. She'll have one drink and she don't even finish it sometimes. Like me, I got my wine tonight. So I drink my little wine. I'll have a beer every once in a while when I'm fishing, stuff like that. But she doesn't really drink that much at all. But me, hey, it's not a sin to drink. It's a sin to be a drunkard, okay? And to let alcohol control your life. That's a sin. But to drink and enjoy your wine every now and again, ain't nothing wrong with that, man. So, but yeah, I am a Christian. I'm a believer in Christ. But yes, I do enjoy my wine at times with a merry heart. Some people feel like alcohol is a sin. It's not a sin. It's only a sin when you let it control you. You seem cool. Thank you. Hey, appreciate you, man. What's that? DC sis the best. Hey, word. That's what's up. Welcome to the channel, man. Or welcome to the chat too. Thank you. I'm just myself. I talk about a lot of stuff on this channel. Everything from what I've been through to just everyday life things that people go through. That's what I'm about, man. So hope that you feel inclined to subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Join the family. Unless you already are. Elite City says, what do I do when family brings up the past? You know what you do, Elite City, when family brings up the past, man? You ignore it. Plain and simple. Or you embrace that. You know what I'm saying? Here's what you do. You embrace it. When people bring up your past and they're just gung-ho on like hanging that over your head, you embrace that. Yes, I did that. Because like a scene, right, that I told you guys about before in my old videos. I don't know if you saw that before. But I talked about the scene in 8 Mile, one of my favorite movies with Eminem, right? The last battle scene when he was battling Papa Doc in the last battle, right? When his friend, Eminem's Eminem's dumb friend Cheddar Bob brought up the whole, "Are you afraid of what he's gonna say about you getting beat up and the guy screwing your girlfriend and stuff like that?" And Eminem, he put that all out there in his final rap battle against Papa Doc. He said, "Yeah, I am white. Yeah, y'all did, beat me up. Oh boy, I did screw my girl, all this other stuff, right?" So when it was Papa Doc's turn, Papa Doc had no ammunition because Eminem embraced it. He embraced his past, man. He was like, "Yo, this is what happened. I am white. I am trailer trash. I am this. I am that. So, hey, what? What you got to say?" He owned it. That's what you got to do. Own it. The reason people keep bringing up your past, man, is because they see that it still bothers you. It still gets to you. They know how to push that button. But when you don't let it bother you no more, when you're like, "Yeah, man, so what? Yeah, I did this, I did that, or I didn't complete this, I didn't complete that, so what? What they got to say now?" You embrace it. And then you just simply ignore them. I know it's hard sometimes, but when you feel like you can't control yourself, to the point where they really pushing your button and getting on your nerves, hey man, just walk away. Just walk away. You know what I'm saying? That's all you really can do. But you gotta embrace it, man. Marcus says, thanks, Mike. I decided not to give up in this YouTube thing. So I responded old videos. Oh, sorry. I posted old videos and made a new one. Subscribe when you get a minute. I would appreciate it. Oh, absolutely, bro. I got you. Matter of fact, let me see. Can I do that now? No, I can't do it on the live, of course. But I got you as soon as I get off this live. I got you, bro. I promise you that. Because I rock with you, man. You've been rocking with me for a minute, and I got much love for you, bro. Even though we are far, I got love for those who support me. So it's done, bro. Say less. DC's the best says, dang, you are absolutely right. I needed to hear this. Hey, yeah. I mean, it's just a little wisdom that comes with life. Comes from the gift of the Lord. That's all I can say. I will never take no credit for that. DC is the best. Thumbs up. Marcus says, hey, Mike, I just brought one of these mics for recording off Amazon. I got a good deal because it was Prime Day. Oh, you got one of the DJIs too? Hey, yo, these go hard, bro. These go hard. How much you got it for, Marcus? If you don't mind me asking, bro, how much you got it for? You say, lately, haven't people changed? What you mean, Elite City? Or do you mean lately people haven't changed? Marcus says, I will always support. It's hard to find people like you on here. Hey, man, I'm honored, man. I really am. I'm truly honored by that, man. You know, I'm not the best YouTuber. You know what I'm saying? I'm not like I just get on here and try to be myself, bro. I don't know what to say, man. I don't know what to say. I'm not the best YouTuber. I am not like, this is not a big channel. I don't care about that. My thought process when I first started this channel, man, was I wanted to affect at least one person. And I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, okay? Being 100 with y'all. That got away from me. I started slacking on content because I started getting frustrated with not getting the reception that I was looking for. I'm just human, right? I'm human. You know what I'm saying? My human side got in the way. I put my heart into a message and I'm feel like, man, I only got like 50 views, 100 views. And I let that get in my mind a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But I had to reset and remember why I started the channel in the first place. And it was like, you know what? My thought process when I first started was, if I reach one person, I've done something. One person. I don't care, and I'm back to that place now. That's why I'm picking up on content. I don't care about numbers. I don't care about subscriber count. Even though it's nice to get subscribers, it's nice. Don't get me wrong. That's why I'll be in the game. And anyway, you want to get subscribers, right? But I don't let that dominate my thinking anymore. I try not to let it dominate my thinking. It's a battle. You know what I'm saying? If you're on YouTube, of course you want a channel to grow and things like that. But I try not to let it dominate my thinking. My thought process was, those who gain something from this content, even if it's one person, 5 people, 10 people, that's better than doing nothing. I've done something. You know what I'm saying? As long as I can rest at night knowing that, then yeah, I'm cool on that. Marcus says, I got it for 30 bucks. Huh? Right here, these joints? Oh, these joints run like, must be talking about a different brand, dog. You gotta be talking about a different brand, because these joints right here run about 250. Like, these are expensive. But like, me and my wife, we took it outside today. We went on the beach and we did like a little test run outside. And man, you cannot hear any background noise. It blocks out all background noise. So if it's like a windy day or whatever the case is, You can't hear Jack. You can't hear nothing in the background. Oh, you talking about in general, Elite City? Just people in general, people aren't themselves anymore? I feel that. I feel that. Like a lot of people have, we live in a fake society, man. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to find real, authentic, genuine people nowadays. People are just so fake nowadays. People are so aware. They're so worrisome about what people think about them, man. This whole social media era, man, like comparing themselves to the next person and stuff like that. And I don't care for that type of stuff. I just don't, man. Like, I keep my life simple. As long as, look, man, I'm not rich, nothing like that. As long as I am comfortable, that's all I ever wanted in my life, to be comfortable. When I got money to do what I need to do when I need to do it. I got money to eat. I got money to provide for my wife. I got plenty of clothes in my closet. I'm blessed. I got health in my body. Man, I'm cool, bro. Like, I'm cool. Like, I don't care about mixing with this society like that. I don't even care about having a whole lot of friends, and that's exactly why, because, I notice even friends aren't the same anymore. It's hard to find genuine friends nowadays. It's hard to find that, man. It's hard to find genuine good people. Not to say that they're impossible to find. There are people out there like that. But for every good person you find, you got to go through like 49 fake ones to find a good person, like a real, genuine good person. Oh yeah, yeah. I figured. Marcus says it was a different brand. Yeah, yeah. I figured, man. These joints is, yo. If you ever get a chance, Marcus, like anytime, sometime down the road, I highly recommend these. No, I'm not sponsored by them, but I'm just putting this out there, man. DJI, bro. These joints is fire, 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 fire. Just depends on how serious you get, man. But at some point, if you ever want to invest in a quality like speaker set or microphone, that's it right there, bro. Elite City says life is not one size fits all, therefore you can't compare it. Facts, man. Facts, bro. That's what I'm saying, because what's for me may not be for you, and what's for you may not be for me. I don't care about comparing myself to people, man. I compare myself to the person I was yesterday. Have I gotten better since yesterday? I compare myself to myself. Nobody else. I don't care about compare myself to nobody else, man, because I understand that what's for them may not be for me. It's not for me, man. I don't care. If they're rich and got $100 billion, good for them. I'm good over here though. I'm not poor. You know what I'm saying? I'm not hurting for nothing. I'm blessed. I get out of my bed every day healthy, happy. I got a job to go to. I got a roof over my head. I got a way to provide for me and my family. I'm cool, man. I'm not begging nobody for nothing. I am cool. So I don't worry about comparing myself to nobody else, man. I look at, my life, I stay in my lane, and I appreciate my blessings that the Lord gave me, my blessings, because I know where I come from. That's the thing too, man. Elite City, I come from humble beginnings. I come from having to sometimes go without eating. I know what that feels like when I was a kid. I know what it feels like to miss a meal. So I'm at the point in my life now where I'm not missing no meals, man. Matter of fact, I'm overweight. I ain't gonna lie. I need to lose weight. I need to lose weight, as a matter of fact. But I eat good. I eat good. I live good. My wife is happy. I take good care of her. Man, I'm blessed, man. I've seen poverty, and that's one thing about being in the Navy that I've learned. Traveling and seeing the world, I've seen real poverty. So when I look at my own life, man, bro, what am I complaining about? This ain't, I'm not struggling. Trust me. I'm good. I'm good. Marcus says, YouTube pushes negative videos more. Am I, Marcus, before I even finish reading your comment, bro, I'm going to tell you the story, right? So, I don't know if you saw this, right? But I had posted, I want to say it might have been 7, 8 months ago, right? I posted a short clip of this guy spazzing out at work. He crashed out at work, right? Bro, will you believe that video got like probably close to 6 million views? It got close to 6 million views. I've never had any other clip, video of mine that got that many views. The negative one I posted of him crashing out at work got 6 million views. And then when I post something positive, it might get a couple hundred. I'm like, something wrong with that picture, bro. Like, what's going on here? You know, but anyway, I'm not gonna let that change me. I'm not gonna let it change my nature. I'm not gonna let it change my mission on this channel, which is to promote positive content. And you know, I'm just not gonna let it change me. I don't care. I don't care anymore. Like I said, I went through a period of my life, and through this YouTube thing where I was thinking maybe I should post more the stuff that people want to see, but I'm not. I can't do that. I can't do that. I can't post about other people's business like that. I can't post about negativity like that. I'm gonna stay true to what I started this channel, you know, for. I'm gonna stay true to that. So if that gets 200 views a day, well, 2,000 views a day, 2 million views a day, I don't care. I'm gonna stay true to why I started this channel. So yeah, but they do push that out a lot more than positive content. When you start talking about God, you start talking about the Lord, you start talking about being positive and being happy or positivity in any aspect, then you don't really get too much traction from that as versus when you posting negativity like divorces and people fighting and you know it's ridiculous. But I'm not doing that. But finish your comment, Marcus. You said YouTube pushes negative videos more, in my opinion, like videos that lie to the people to scare them. It's interesting on how some get the YouTube push makes no sense. Yeah, man, bro, that's the agenda, man. The agenda is to make you fearful and scared of living crap out of you. What do you think the news is for? That's the news agenda. So YouTube now is the new news. People don't watch TV like they used to. So nowadays, people watch their phones more than anything, right? Be real. I mean, I can relate to that because I barely watch TV. I mean, I watch TV sometimes. I don't sit down in front of my TV that often. I'm on my phone more than anything. So there you go. Breaking news. Facts. Facts. You know, but YouTube now is the new TV. Your phone is the new TV now. People don't watch TV like they used to when I was a kid, right? Or like when you was younger, Marcus. You're around my age, I believe. You in your 40s, I believe, right? So yeah, you know what it's like to watch TV when we were coming up. People don't do that no more. So now it went from that to your phone, because your phone consumes so much of your time now. People on their phone now half of their day. So when you push your negativity through that device, what do you think that's doing to the human mind? It's instilling fear in people. You know what I'm saying? It's making you fearful about going out and talking to people, going out and talking to strangers, going out and being joyful and being happy like you're supposed to be. Life is not supposed to be like that, man. Life is not supposed to be like you just in this fear all the time. I don't believe in fear, man. Like even, bro, I don't do fear. I swear I do not do fear. That's why I stopped watching the news. Cause I got to a point I realized, man, like, the news ain't do nothing but instill fear in people. Cause when you keep watching it, all you see is the crime being committed on there. You know, the negativity, people fighting, people doing this, doing that, the robberies and stuff. You know, when I was overseas in Japan, right? You guys know I'm in the Navy, right? So when I was in Japan, I was seeing so much negativity on the news that when I got back to the States, I carried a gun everywhere I went because I was so afraid of possibly being a victim of something. Like I did not want to go anywhere without a gun because all I saw in the news was people getting robbed. People getting shot up or whatever. The school shootings, these random shootings and stuff like that. So I thought to myself, man, like people shooting in churches, people shooting in movie theaters and all kind of stuff, man. So where can you go where you don't have to worry about the fear of being shot by somebody? So I had this mentality that I wanted to carry a gun everywhere I went. But is that healthy? That ain't healthy, man, to have to carry a gun everywhere you go. Everywhere. If you can't go to church without the possibility of somebody shooting up a church, that's when you really know this world is going south, man. It's crazy. Kids should be safe in schools, and we should be safe in church. Those should be the two safest places you can go. School and church. When I was in school as a kid, all we had was tornado drills. We didn't have shooting drills when I was in school. You prepared for a tornado or something like that, or natural disaster. You didn't prepare for somebody pulling out a gun and popping people in school. What the heck is that? That's great, man. That's crazy. So everywhere I went, man, I carried a gun everywhere I went. Elite City says people are idolizing politics and I'm sick and tired. Yeah, facts. Elite City, I don't worry about politics. I don't care about none of that. I I believe in God, I believe in Christ. And as far as I'm concerned, he's my president. So I don't care about no stinking politics. It's all a dog and pony show anyway. I don't care about that stuff. I really don't. Marcus says, I hear you, Mike. I'm satisfied with what I got also. If I get more, that's great, but I'm not chasing it. Facts, Marcus, facts. That's all I ever say, bro. There's nothing wrong with getting more in life, as we all want more. Don't get me wrong. Who don't want more? That's foolish to think that you want to work the rest of your life and you're just happy with what you got right now. You don't want to ever elevate. We all want to elevate, but it ought not to consume us. It not ought to like make you so you feel with so much, I gotta have, to the point where you willing to do anything for it. Like me, I'm not gonna do anything for money. If I make it the right way, great. But I'm not gonna sell my soul for it. Not gonna happen. You know, I that's why I see these Hollywood celebrities, man, that do all these wild things for money. That's crazy, bro. Like, they don't ever think about that type of stuff. Like, they're gonna have to answer for that one day. These guys who get on their knees and suck another man off for money or for notoriety or fame. There's no way, bro. Miss me with that, man. You get out of here. Get out of here. But if Diddy ever came up on me, let Diddy run up on me, but boy, look, bro. Listen, I can't even say what I'll do to Diddy on camera. It will be violent, bro. If Diddy ever come up on me and said, if you want this contract, I will hurt that man, bro. I'm not selling my soul for nothing. Marcus says people are just posting anything for money. YouTube is very toxic and you gotta watch who you subscribe to. Yeah, man. Facts, bro. Facts. Big facts. Facts. And that's why, Marcus, man, that's another reason why I took a break from YouTube for a while. I remember you posted a comment, I think, in one of my videos. You was like, saying, glad you're back to making content. And that's why I got away from it, man, because I don't want to sell my soul for it. I'm not doing that, man. Like, I felt like if I don't have anything positive to give, I'd rather not say nothing. I'm not sitting there brainstorming about, I got to post. No, I don't do that. I live my life. And if something comes to my heart to share with y'all, then I share it. But I'm not sitting here brainstorming and thinking I got to post something, because when I post something, it's from the heart, man. I don't want to just post anything, even if it's negative, just to get something out there. No, I don't do that. I don't do that. So I really try hard to stay true to myself, stay true to the core message of the channel, which is posting my life experiences. Hopefully, it can resonate with some of y'all and influence somebody, especially the youth, man, who haven't been through the stuff yet. And also people who are older too, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you feel like you can learn from it or you can relate to it, then great too. But yeah, man, I don't. Yeah, and Marcus, being that you said that, bro, I'm really honored that you subscribed to me. You've been around for a while too, so peace and blessings to you, man. I love you, man, for real. You've been a long time supporter, subscriber, and bro, I can only say thank you for that. RC on Iowa and UCLA Hoops says, "What's good, Mike? Somehow I previously subbed to you, but never saw you live until now. That's weird, but what's good? Salute. Hey, man, what's up, man? Hey, first off, thank you for subscribing to the channel. I appreciate that. Much love to you, and welcome. You know what I'm saying? Welcome. I hope that you find what you're looking for here. You know what I'm saying? I believe in having a good conversation. I believe in just posting what's on my heart to hopefully resonate with somebody out there that can relate to it. And yeah, that's it, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I said before, I'm not the best YouTuber. I'm not no, you know, I'm just not special, man. I just believe in putting what's on my heart out there into the world to share with y'all. And that's it. I'm a Christ believing man. I believe in Christ. I'm never going to deny him. I'm not perfect by any means, but I believe in Christ. I have my weaknesses. I have my moments where I feel unworthy. I fall short, but Christ is everything to me. I don't always pray like I should. I don't always read the word like I should. Sometimes I feel like, why would he even want me? But I love him. And so I try my best to just be positive in the world. You know what I'm saying? Do something that I'm proud of. This channel is something that I'm proud of because it enables me to, just kind of help bring people together who likes talking about things that's on my heart to share. And some of y'all may have the same thoughts, and you may want to talk about these types of things. So this channel is not open to just what I want to talk about. Y'all, we can talk about whatever on this channel, man, as long as it's not nothing too crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's anything. You can vent whatever you want to vent, whatever you're going through. You know what I'm saying? If it's something that you just want to vent, get off your chest, talk about, I'm all open to it. Marcus says, I'll be 42. I'm 42. I'll be 43 in October. Word, yeah. So we the same age, man. So you already know. Yes, sir. We the same age, man. You got me by like 6 months. Yeah, you got me by 6 months. I'll be 43 in April of next year. But yeah, man, we the same age, bro. We the same generation, man. So you remember what it was like to grow up watching Martin when it came on TV? You know what I'm saying? Michael Jordan when he played NBA basketball, NBA on NBC, NBA on NBC. You know what it's like to actually sit down in front of a TV with your family and watch a good show or watch sports. Like Thanksgiving time, Cowboys, Redskins, we watching those games, man. You know what it was like, bro. So definitely, my man. RSC says Marcus Lifelines. That's so true. And also, I'd add we have to be mindful of the chats we kicking in just as well. Not every spot online is a place to be. Yeah, man. Facts. 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 And I just want to say, man, how much I love talking to y'all. For real. I love talking to y'all, man. I really do. I love getting like-minded people together and just talking. Matter of fact, you know, it's on my heart to share with y'all as I'm gonna do it. Um, I want to talk to y'all, man, about, and this kind of went left. I'm not gonna lie. This conversation is going left a little bit, but there are times that when I think about the Lord, when I think about Christ, You guys who follow me for a while, and I just can't get this out of my head, so please forgive me, man. Like, I had a situation last year where I almost died, and I think about how Christ saved me from that situation, and I didn't deserve it. I did not deserve it. Um, that's what I think that was the starting point of what drew me back to him is when I thought about him sparing my life when he didn't have to, man. And when I think about it for real, when I really, really think about it, I really get emotional, man. Like I get so emotional because it could have been over just like that. It should have been over just like that. And I just want to encourage somebody who may be in a dark place, or maybe you might be cold with the Lord, or whatever the case is. And I'm not saying this like I'm perfect. I'm not perfect, y'all. Okay. But I firmly believe in him, and I'm never going to change that for anybody. Jesus Christ is my Lord and Savior because I'm trash. When it comes to the Word of God, I'm trash. Like I'm a filthy rag, like His Word says. I'm a filthy rag before Christ. My thoughts, my actions, sometimes, man, the way I come off, I'm not always perfect, man. But Christ is my Savior, and He has been better to me than I deserve. And when I fell down in that closet, I remember I fell down in the closet, man. I got to a point where I got so confused. I was in such darkness, man. And I just fell down and surrendered. Like, I'm just tired of this. And I asked the Lord to forgive me for what I was doing. And He just showered me in that room with His love, that closet with His love. And so I just want to encourage somebody, man, who may be in that place. You may feel unworthy sometimes, and we all feel like that. You know what I'm saying? We all feel unworthy. You're never going to feel perfect. You're never going to feel like you always got it together. None of us do. And if you got it together all the time, please let me know how you do it, because we none of us have that together all the time. We feel unworthy. We sometimes slip up and we fall. We may have a bad thought or a bad day, but man, just know that He's always there. He's always there. He will never leave you nor forsake you. Never. When I felt like He was done with me, He showed up at a time where he really didn't have to. He showed up at a time when He didn't really have to at all. Cause I was living foul, man. Bro, I'm ashamed to tell that story. I'll tell it one of these days. I think I should write a book, honestly. I should write a book because God has been so good to me, man. And I will never be ashamed of that. I will never be ashamed of Him. He died for my sins and He saved my life. And when I think about how I am sometimes, I feel like, why does He love somebody like me? Like me. Like I can be lustful sometimes. My thoughts and process sometimes ain't always right. You know, why does He love me so much? But He does. Sorry, let me not do it. I don't wanna do it right now. I don't want to do it right now. I mean, just know that He's always there for y'all, man. He's always there for y'all. All right. Don't ever think that God is done with you. If He was done with you, you wouldn't even be breathing right now. You would not be breathing. He's there. Just all you gotta do is confess. Call out to Him. He's there for y'all, man. RC says all the money in the world still leaves them feeling incomplete at the end of the day. It's like they're feeding an endless pit and they can't get enough of the money and fame. Ain't enough money in the world. Facts, man. Facts. There's nothing that'll ever fill that void. No money can ever purchase peace of mind or peace of spirit. It cannot be done. That's why I will never do certain things for money, man. Like, if I get a lot of money in this life, cool, but I got to earn it the right way. I cannot sell my soul for, I'm not going to sell my soul for it because I already know at the end of the day, man, that foundation as to how I got that money is always going to bother me. It's always going to bother me. Like, for example, right? Let's say you get an opportunity for some Hollywood exec, right? And you get on your knees and do something unworthy or filthy for money. Y'all know what I mean, right? What, what about when your kids ask you, well, how'd you get this money? How'd you amass your wealth? That thought gonna come back to your mind, man. You can't answer that with a peace of mind. It's gonna come back to you how you got that money that you got. That you had to do something that was degrading to get that. I can't do that. I'm never gonna do that. To heck with that, bro. I can't, man. Because my soul, my peace of soul is everything to me. I can't do nothing like that for no money, man. That's why I don't get it. Like, how people do this? Like, they don't care. They don't care about their soul, man. Yes, God will forgive you, man, but you gotta live the rest of your life on this earth knowing that you did something like that to get some money. I'd rather be broke, honestly. Before I ever kiss a guy or do anything crazy for money, I'd rather be broke. You can't pay me enough to do no crap like that. That's wild. Not enough in the world. You're right, RC. Sean says, yo, Big Mike, I recently saw something saying how substances like alcohol can weaken an aura field. What's your thoughts? No, I don't agree with that. You know, because like I said, I drink wine, y'all. I drink wine sometimes and stuff like that. Like, I'm not saying this to defend myself. So please let that be known. I am not a believer that you cannot have alcohol. You know what I'm saying? I love a glass of wine when I'm out. I love a glass of wine at home. It's the lack of self-control with alcohol that's the problem. Alcohol itself is not a problem. At least in my humble opinion. This is my humble opinion. Some of y'all may disagree or whatever the case is. And if you disagree, let me know. But alcohol is not an issue. It's when you allow it to run your life, and then you live for alcohol, you live to drink and get drunk and act crazy. I don't do that anymore. I used to, don't get me wrong, when I used to drink Hennessy and all that back in the day. But no, I'm more control with it. You know what I'm saying? I know my limits. I stay in my lane with it. And I respect it a lot more than I used to. I respect alcohol because I know what it can do if you get reckless with it. So I have my little bit, I have my couple glasses of wine and stuff like that, and I'll chill. But alcohol is not an issue. It's when you cannot control yourself. That's when your aura is weakened, when people see that, oh wow, this fool can't control himself with his drinking. Or he acting crazy, or doing this, that, and the third, and you talking to people wild, and you just cannot control yourself. So I don't believe that you cannot have a drink. You can have a drink. Now, if you cannot control yourself with alcohol, and you know that about yourself, then yeah, it's better for you not to drink. But if you know how to stay in your lane, you have your glass or two, and you are still coherent, you are not drunk and sloppy, and you don't let it ruin your life or run your life. Because there's nothing in the Bible that says that alcohol is a sin. It's when you engage in drunkenness and you let it control you and you don't have no self-control, is when it's a problem. So that's just my take on it. Hope that answers your question. Marcus says, no problem, Mike. I try to find the people who I think are genuine people. I don't care if the channel is small or big. Some of your videos have helped me in real life. Hey, man. Appreciate that, bro. Appreciate that. And that's what I do it for, man. For comments like that. That's why I do it. Comments like that. If somebody can say that, yo, this video has helped me out in some way, I done something. So I don't care about numbers anymore. Like I said, at one point it affected me. I started to care about that a little bit because I would see other channels and I was like, how that one video got like 50,000 views and how they doing that? It happens. I let it get into my head, y'all. But once I got to the point of like stopping, I stopped caring about that stuff, man. And I got back to the core of why I started. I love comments like that, bro. That's why I do it. Because it's better than doing nothing. It's so easy for folks to comment on what you're not doing, but what are they doing to help better someone else or better the world or better society? What are they doing? So if I can say when I go to bed at night that, wow, what I share with somebody help them out in some type of way or help edify them in some type of way, man, bro, that's worth more than any amount of money to me. Elite City says, no one has friends anymore. We all have these videos of people saying no friends. I mean, and that goes back to my thing about the news, right? So the news is negative and it instills negative thoughts in people and it helps invoke this fear, you know, of living life. I think the news does. And I think YouTube does that in a sense. All these people are saying no friends, no friends, don't trust nobody, no friends, no friends. And I don't believe in that. I believe you should be careful who you allow in your circle. That's what I tell y'all. I don't get on here saying to not have no friends. Like I made the video about coworkers not being your friends. I didn't say don't ever have no friends at work or don't have no friends, period. All I'm telling y'all is to be careful who y'all let near y'all. Be careful. That's all I ever say. Be careful. Because not everybody is your friend. Not everybody has your best interest at heart. Not everybody cares about you the way they think, you think they do. So that's all I ever preach. It's never to not have no friends. But if you're going to have friends, be leery of who you allow to be your friend. Because to me, that's a very intimate title. Not everybody deserves to be called a friend. You got acquaintances, yeah, you may be cool with them. You can laugh and joke and maybe enjoy a drink, but that don't mean they're your friend. A friend is determined when you're going through your lowest point. That's when you find out who your friends are. Anybody can be your friend when you got a lot of money and when you got money to, you know, pop bottles and all this other stuff in the club and you got money for X, Y, and Z. Anybody can be around for that when you are doing well. The Bible says that the rich people have many friends. The rich have a lot of friends. If you rich, you got all these friends, y'all enjoying the festivities, they're enjoying your money, helping you spend your money. Let you lose all that money and see who around you. That's when you know your friends are. When you lose everything, or you in danger of losing everything, then you see who your friends are. So that's all I ever say, man. I don't, yeah, have friends, all that stuff, cool. But only once you have properly vetted them and you know that, okay, this person is, they really are here for me. They really love me for me. It's not about what I can do for them. So anybody can be around for that. Jack Smith said, yo, what's up, Jack? How you doing, fam? Jack says, hey, Mike, how do you stop certain things from the past affecting you negatively? Sometimes I get these negative thoughts that just pop up about my past. You know, Jack, you are no different than any one of us, okay? All of us have that. And if you don't have that, please drop that in the comment section. We all have thoughts about our past, bro. But you can't stop it. But what you can do is you can speak out to your past and say, you know what? Yeah, I did this and I'm not proud of it, but listen, God forgave me for that. As long as you brought that past before God, as long as you brought that past before God, you confessed it and you believe in your heart that he forgiven you, it can't be held against you no more. You brought it before God. He forgave you. So if he forgave you for that, okay. You only human, dog. You gonna have those thoughts every once in a while that are gonna bother you. I have thoughts all the time about things I've done and I'm proud of. One of them is being a womanizer. I'm married now and I love my wife and we have a happy, healthy marriage. But every now and again, I have thoughts about things I've done before, and it really pisses me off. I hate it. I hate my past. I hate it. I wish I can just take that chapter of my life and just burn it. I wish I can just burn that chapter and erase it. But the truth of the matter is, it's there. It's not going nowhere, right? It's gonna be there until the day I die. Can't do nothing about it now. It's already done, right? But I believe that the Lord forgave me for that. I brought that before God, and He took it away from me. So why am I still carrying it, being bothered by it? Yeah, you human. Yeah, the devil's still gonna bother you. The devil's still gonna point. He gonna still gonna plant that in your thought process. Like, oh, remember the time you did X, such and such? Remember the time you did X, Y, and Z? But guess what? You confessed it. And you turned away from that. And as long as you've brought that before the Lord and He took that away from you, then yeah, man, just move on in peace, man. You're only human, so those things gonna bother you sometimes. But as long as they don't dominate you to where you bog down in that regret, it's okay, man. You're gonna have those occasional thoughts every once in a while. Nothing you can do about it. Just shake it off and keep on pushing, bro. All right. Marcus says, right, I know what it's like when you was younger. Then the internet and cell phones took over. It's crazy how that happened so fast and really didn't even notice it. Hey, man, around 2010, 2012 is when it started to shift, man. When Facebook really started popping off and we got the smartphones and all that stuff, man. Because when we had you remember Marcus, the Nokia brick phones? When we had the Nokia phones, what was that? It had after 9 o'clock p.m. it was like 3 minutes or something like that. You remember that, Marcus? It was free after 9 p.m. when you had the 3 minutes. Hey, back then though, we ain't had those problems, man. Like all you did was talk and text back then. But now, we got the smartphones and people got access to all this stuff, and you got social media now that's distracting everybody. You got all these thirst traps online and stuff like that, man. It's just crazy. You know, that's why now, more than ever, we have to be disciplined with technology. And I'm not saying that to like sound like I'm holier than thou, because I got to be better myself. I watch way too much YouTube, but I need to really get better with that. But yeah, that's one thing I need to work on. But yeah, man, it's hard. We got this phone in our hip all day long, and it's hard when you're bored to not engage in that. You know what I'm saying? It takes a lot to like be disciplined with that, but you got to be better, man. Just recognize it and try to be better. RC says, I know there is no problem or issue to be for God, but I've had plenty of bouts and battles with depression, mood swings, and anxiety. But there are times I don't want to keep going, but I keep going. Hey, man. RC, I feel you, man. I feel you. I feel you. The mind is it's the devil's playground. He can really get to you sometimes in ways that you feel like life ain't even worth living sometimes. I felt like that before. He can really do a number on your mind sometimes. He really can. But that's the faith in God. Just gotta, you gotta just have faith in the Lord, man. You gotta have faith in the Lord and understand that we all in the same boat, RC. We all in the same boat, man. No one's better than you. You ain't better than nobody else. We all have those bouts with sometimes depression, or we have low moments where we just seem defeated. We all have those moments, man. I don't care how somebody looks from the outside, how well together they may look. We all have those moments, you know. But the difference between those who prosper and those who stay stuck, man, is those who realize, okay, they had a hiccup or whatever. They may have brought that before the Lord and they kept it pushing. You know what I'm saying? You keep on going. You keep going. You know, and I appreciate that, you know what I'm saying, you fighting, you keeping it going, that you ain't give up. And I encourage you not to give up, man. We all have that. We all have mood swings. And that's one thing I wanted to say about, you know, earlier. Like when I say sometimes I feel unworthy, because I have mood swings sometimes too, man. Like sometimes I don't feel like I'm that nice. Sometimes I'm not nice at all. I'm being honest, man. Sometimes I feel like I'm on cloud nine. I want to love everybody. And there are times I feel like, man, I don't want nobody talking to me. Leave me alone. I just want to be by myself in my own little bubble. But that's just being human, man. You know what I'm saying? None of us are perfect. None of us are always on 10 all the time. Nobody. You know, so you're only human, man. RC, how old are you? Let me ask you that. How old are you, RC? RC says, one of the best ways I deal with my anger and my temper, Mike, is in chat. I play out in my head, what if I do something wrong to someone that I can't undo that? So it helps me from crossing that line. Facts, man. You got to think. RC, good on you for that, man. Good on you for that. I think that way too sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like when someone pisses me off and I feel like I want to do something at times, there are times I feel like that, man. Again, we all human, right? I know what I could do. But number one, I know what the Bible says about anger. To be angry and sin not. Don't let the sun go down in your wrath, nor give place to the devil. So when I get angry, that's like the first thought that comes into my head a lot of times is to not give place to the devil. Just let it, you know what I'm saying? If I get angry, okay, cool. Be angry, but don't sin. Try to, contain yourself and just give it to the Lord. Because if I act out in a way that I want to sometimes in my own head, what's that going to do? It's going to get the devil laughing at me, and I'm going to end up in prison. So I'm not going to do that, man. Because people try you sometimes, you know. I'm not giving them the satisfaction. I'm not doing that. But I feel you, RC. I'm the same way. Don't do it, bro. Think about the consequences, man. It's not worth it. Marcus says, I hear you, Mike. I need to work on my relationship with God. Hey, we all do, bro. We all do. Me too. You know, I believe in him. I trust in him and all this stuff, man. But I ain't perfect either. Sometimes I feel like sometimes I feel like I'm too lazy when it comes to like my prayer life. I'm too lazy when it comes to my prayer life. Like when I come home and I'm tired, I'm like, man, I know in my mind I probably should pray, but I don't because I just want to go to sleep. Or I don't always read the Bible like I should. I feel like that quiet voice telling me to read the scriptures. I mean, I'm like, I don't feel like reading those scriptures right now. Or I get up in the morning sometimes. I don't thank the Lord. First thing in the morning when I get up, I'll check my phone. Just little things like that, you know what I'm saying? I ain't perfect either, you know what I'm saying? I am a huge believer, but there's things I can get better at too. You know, so we all can get better in some capacity, man. There's nobody in this chat that got it all figured out. And if you do, please share with us how you got it all figured out. Because I like to know. I'm just serious. I'm being serious. Like, I want to know how you got it all figured out. Share with us what's your secret. But we all can get better at that, Marcus. Not your average gamer. God and my parents is the only people I fear. Facts. Dig that. Yeah. RC says, all facts, Mike. Yes. There's a real major difference between a glass or two of alcohol versus being sloppy drunk face first from pouring out alcohol and all stuff. Yeah, man. Yeah, like, you know, there's people who, you know, some people just take this whole thing too far. I think, in my humble opinion, no, not to offend nobody here, but like, it's like you can't. Some people make you feel like you can't do nothing, bro. Like oh, I can't have a drink because I believe in the Lord. Like, no, you can have a glass, you can have a drink. Did not Jesus turn water into wine? You can have alcohol. You know what I'm saying? It's there's nothing wrong with alcohol itself. It's when you cannot control yourself with alcohol, man. When you get drunk and you just let alcohol run your life and you just can't, you just out there being sloppy with it, then yeah. But when you control yourself and you can have a glass or two of wine or whatever the case is, or maybe a beer or whatever the case, but you are well within your right frame of mind, you're not drunk, you know how to control yourself with, you know how to use self-control with it. I don't see nothing wrong with it, man. There's nothing wrong with alcohol. It's the misuse of it that's the problem. Some people may disagree. They may feel like, oh, you can't drink anything. And hey, then that's fine. If you feel that way, then don't drink. But don't judge people who do drink, as long as they are not being sloppy with it. And those who do drink, don't judge those who don't drink. I mean, every to each their own. But as long as you know how to control yourself with alcohol, there's nothing wrong with that. Right, so I have my wine, like right here. Do you guys hear me slurring my words? Am I not coherent? I'm still able to talk to y'all, right? So obviously, I'm not drunk. If I was drunk, y'all would know. So yeah, man, all good. Marcus says, I understand, Mike. I feel the same way. I be wondering why my videos don't really get noticed. I think we all want to grow on this platform, so it's hard not to look at the views and the subs. Yeah, it's hard, man. You know, you're only human. It's hard to like ignore it sometimes because naturally you want to grow, you want to gain more subs and stuff like that. But one thing, Marcus, that helped me out with that, because I noticed that a lot of times on YouTube, people sub a lot of times just out of maybe you made them feel good on one video, right? So some people will hit the sub button, but not everybody follow you. They'll sub, but then they don't really watch your content like that. So, and I get it, you know what I'm saying? People got better things to do than to watch your content all day. I understand that. People got their own lives. But I don't expect people to follow me all the time, but I do like people who follow me to engage with me on a regular basis, even if it's once a week or whatever the case is. I like engagement from my subscribers, not just to have the number, but active engagement. So I realize to me that's more important than the actual number of subscribers. I want to have people who actually engage in my content. They actually chop it up with me and they talk to me, and they respond to things, they comment, they like the videos. I like those crowds, and I care for that crowd more than I do just the subscriber count. Those who subscribe, I appreciate them. But if you don't subscribe and you don't never watch a video, it's like, what's the point? You feel me? So I care more about engagement. So even if that's only 30 people, 50 people, 100 people, I'd rather that than 35,000 subs. If I got 100 people who's engaging with me on a regular basis and 100 people I can learn from, who can teach me something, who can also be inspired by something I may share, I'm good with that, you know? So, but yeah, but it's also, what I'm saying, there's also that fine line of keeping it true to yourself, and also you kind of want your channel to grow, but like I said, what's the point? What's the point in growing if some people are not going to engage actively? So I'd rather that. Marcus says, Mike, do you got any tips on how to get your videos noticed? Is it the tags you use or yeah, it can be tags, Marcus, and also can be what you talk about. You know, see, my thing is I don't really care about the algorithm that much. Like I don't care. Like I share what's on my heart. But those people who care about the algorithm and they care about growing their channel, expeditiously, and they want to feed what the audience is looking for, then you might want to pay attention to the algorithm. like what people are talking about, what people are actively looking for and stuff like that. Like for example, right? That whole chosen ones wave. I made a video about that some time ago when I was talking about how it's a scam. But that's just an example, right? And that's why people like that were making videos like that because it fed the algorithm from chosen ones. Chosen ones, chosen ones, chosen ones. People were talking about that on a regular basis because they know that that's going to gain them the most subscribers. You know what I'm saying? So things like that, whatever's hot, talk about that. But if you know that's not true to your nature, then don't do that, man. Just stay true to who you are. You know, if you just, you don't even gotta do all of that, man. I feel like if you just genuine and you just come off, you know, like you just being you being yourself, you being real, then whoever's meant to subscribe to you, they're gonna subscribe to you, man, because they gravitate towards your energy, they gravitate towards what you're talking about. You know, so like me, for example, this is a small channel, but how I went from 500 subs to over 34,000 is because I was just talking real, you know, and honestly, not everybody who subscribe watches me on a regular basis, but they subscribe for a reason, you know what I'm saying? Like they subscribe because they know they can feel me being genuine, you know what I'm saying? They feel like, okay, maybe, you know, he's obviously one of the real ones. I guess they felt that way and they subscribed. Cause I was just being myself. I'm not trying to feed no algorithm. I don't care about that like that. RC says, one of the best things I ever did with YouTube journey was choose my peace and calm over the toxicity and drama that sometimes runs wild communicates on YouTube. Seems like a lot of folks love to beef online. Man, yeah, man. That's crazy to me. That's crazy. That's so sickening, man. When I see folks going back and forth on YouTube, like so and so responds to this person, so and so responds to that person. Like, bro, that's clown behavior to me. Cause I grew up the way I grew up, man. If you got a problem with somebody, you confronted them. I don't. If I got an issue with you, I'm gonna come at you. I'm not gonna respond online so everybody else can see it. Like it's just crazy to me. But whatever. He says, Rosie, retrospection. You also have to watch out for. Yeah, yeah. I dig that. Dig that. RC says, sorry, y'all, I'm trying to catch up with these comments, man. I got a lot that I've been kind of falling behind talking so much. RC says, it would be so very gratifying if we can burn moments from our crappy past, like how Cavs fans burned LeBron's jersey the first time he left. Hey, man, if it was that easy, absolutely. If it was that simple, facts. Yo, they did LeBron dirty, man. They did LeBron dirty. Yeah, I wish I could, though. I wish I can burn my past, certain chapters of my past like that, but doesn't work like that, though. Jack Smith says, yeah, that's the enemy trying to mess me up, facts. And I mean the past, like, losses I took in embarrassing moments. Some people, life took so excellent, not gonna lie. Some people, life look so excellent, not gonna lie, especially social media influencers make me feel like something's wrong with me, Mike. Yo, they only showing you the positive from their life, man. They're not gonna show you the losses, man. They're not gonna show you their bad days. They're not gonna show you when they're not winning. Cause that's not attractive. People wanna see other people winning online. That's what draws more viewers when they see that you just smiling and you winning. You got your clean car and your pretty girlfriend and stuff like that. It makes them look like they're always winning, but they're not always winning. They're only showing you that little snippet of their life. Not everybody's. Jack, let me ask you a question. You ever seen this in your personal life, right? For example, say this is a cell phone, right? For example, I'm gonna say this as a cell phone. You ever seen when you out somewhere that folks will be looking happy when they're taking pictures, but as soon as they get done with the picture, they'll just be looking like somber and sad, like they don't got nothing to live for. Like you'll see them do this. They'll be with their homegirls, if it's two girls or homeboys, they'll be out drinking or they'll be out doing whatever, right? They'll do this and be like, you know what I'm saying, looking happy, looking all jovial. As soon as the picture's over, they're going right back to looking like this. Or they're looking back in their phone just with no expression on their face, looking sad, looking regular, plain. They only gonna show you that little split second of happiness online. But to you, someone who may not be at their happiest right now, when you see all these people online smiling and looking like they're always winning, it makes it to you look like something's wrong with you. That's why I always say, man, comparison is the thief of joy. That's why we should not be consuming too much social media. And it's hard, I know, but don't let that define you. Because people only going to show you what they, they only going to show you the positive chapters of their life. They're not going to show you them fighting with their spouse. They're not going to show you that. They're going to be online looking like they're happy with their spouse 24/7, but we all know that's a lie because no one's always happy with their spouse. No one's always happy with their spouse, bro. Nobody. I don't care what you see online. No one's always happy with their spouse, bro. Sometimes you can't stand your spouse. Sometimes you're going to have some bad days with your spouse. You even wondering if y'all going to make it. It's like that. That's marriage. Some days you're going to not, you like some days, you see them with their car online looking all happy, like they winning, they got all this money and all this other stuff. You're not gonna see when they owe the IRS money and they got to pay all these bills. You're not gonna see that. You only gonna see the positive side from their life when it just looks like they always happy. It's nothing but an illusion, bro. And I know what that feels like because, like when I was single, right? When I was single, and I got tired of being a womanizer and I wanted to like be more serious in a relationship. I would see these people online and it was looking like to me, like, man, these people are just always looking happy online. How come I can't find something like that? A happy relationship, right? But as I got to like really get to know couples, ain't nobody always happy, bro. Ain't nobody always like that. The way you see them online, no one's always like that. Trust me. People got problems, bro. They just don't show it online. So you're not the only one. Jack says this warfare be ridiculous, bro. No cap. Hey, man. Facts, man. We all in the same boat, bro. Marcus says, hey, Mike, how do you feel about all these telling people to quit their jobs? I think it's a bad message and it's setting people up for failure. Man, nah. See, I don't agree with that. If someone feels like they hate their job that much and it's, if they, I don't, I be seeing that sometimes too, people telling folks to quit their job. But no, I don't agree with that because it's not meant for everyone to be a business owner, man. It's not meant for everyone to be an entrepreneur. Some people, that's their role. They work at a company, they work a job. Nothing wrong with working a job, man. Because you're making your money the right way. You're making an honest living. It's nothing wrong with working a job. Now, if your job is making you miserable, you hate it, like you just feel like, man, if I don't get up out of here, I'm going to end up doing something crazy to somebody, or I don't have peace of mind, and I just hate it that much, then yeah, it's time for you to leave. But these folks who just want to get on there and tell people to leave their job just so they can be some entrepreneur or whatever, I don't know if that's what you're talking about, but I'm just saying, I see this stuff all the time. People telling folks to just leave their job. like there's something wrong with a job. There's nothing wrong with a job. You know what I'm saying? Because not everybody's meant to be an entrepreneur. Not everybody's meant to be a millionaire. Not everyone's meant to, you know, have their own business and stuff like that. You know, some people, they are good at what they do. They don't mind working a job, and there's nothing wrong with that because you make an honest living. It all depends on your situation, man. Like how you perceive it. Don't let nobody just trick you into quitting your job, especially if you don't got nothing to fall back on. At least have something to fall back on if you do quit your job. Don't just quit. Those bills ain't gonna stop coming. RC says, when I say I'm done listening to secular music, I always end up right back listening to some secular music, and I can't listen to the clean version of nothing. I need I need some ignorant music sometimes. Hey, all right, so RC, I got a confession too, right? So what I do, right? I'm not saying this is right, but it's just what I do for now. Like some music, right? I know that I can't listen to it because it just invokes certain thoughts and stuff like that in my mind. So I listen to instrumentals. Like I'll take my favorite song and I'll just listen to the instrumentals. Like when I'm in the gym and stuff like that, because I like the beats. You know, there's songs I like, you know, that I like the beats, but I know the lyrics is like, yo, I can't listen to that, man. It's just they talking about crazy stuff. So I don't know if that's any better, but that's just what I do. You know, I do instrumentals in the gym, or I'll listen to some like hip hop, smooth jazz, like some smooth hip hop beats and stuff like that. One of the tracks I listen to, or one of the playlists I have is smooth hip hop instrumentals. Try that on like YouTube Music or something like that, where you can just listen to some like hip hop, something that's upbeat, but it's not negative. And like I said, sometimes what I do is I listen to some instrumentals from my favorite songs instead of listening to the words. So I'm not hearing these people talking crazy, but I'll just listen to the beat and maybe that's better. I don't know, but that's what I do. Not your average gamer says, you know when to walk away. Video helped me because at first I initially thought walking away makes you look weak, but it makes you smart. I'm 16 and I don't want to die or go to jail young. Facts. Walk away, man. Don't let nobody trick you. Don't let the devil trick you into thinking that you walking away makes you look like a punk. It doesn't. Because that moment of you deciding I'm going to do X, Y, and Z, now you're spending the next 15, 20 years of your life wishing you had not done what you done or you have made a split second different decision. Like, nah, man, walking away is powerful. Like, I always tell people that walk away, bro. Nothing wrong walking away. Walk away from trouble, walk away from a situation that you feel people don't appreciate you, walk away from it all. Because the thing is, man, like for example, somebody coming after you. Let's just say somebody coming after you and they want to try to start something with you. Walking away, people may say, oh, you're a punk or he don't want no smoke or nothing like that. No, 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 no. Sometimes you walk away for their sake because you don't want to go to prison, man. It's not worth it, bro. It's not worth it. I walked away from so many fights when I was younger. I walked away from so many fights because my dad always taught me, don't get so mad to the point where you cannot think. Think, man. Think about what you're doing, man. Think. It's not always about you got to get your get back. Think about what's going to happen once you've done X, Y, and Z. Somebody piss you off, yeah, you can go and hit them or do whatever the case. You can do that. But think about the what if. You hit them in the jaw, they fall, hit their head on the concrete, and they die. Now you got a whole different problem in your hands. Now you just got tricked out of your freaking, the next 15, 20, 30 years of your life by the enemy. Let it go, man. If somebody ain't making you feel threatened, like me, for example, you can say whatever you want to say to me. I don't care. Just call me whatever. But don't walk up on me, man. Don't make me feel threatened. At that point, I'm going to do what I got to do. I'm gonna take care of you. I'm going to try to anyway. Can't say I ain't going to sit there and act like I can beat everybody. but I'm darn sure gonna try. If you walk up with me and make me feel threatened, and I can't get away from you, then I'm gonna do what I gotta do. But if I can walk away, whatever. You can say whatever, take it with a smile, walk away. Don't make me feel threatened. Don't follow me. Don't walk up on me. And I'm cool. But other than that, hey man, walk away. It's not worth it. I believe in self-defense. I don't believe in engaging in foolishness. RC says a dude can be dating Beyonce, Halle Berry, or Scarlett Johansson and still end up arguing with her every couple argues. If you have never had a dispute, that means something is getting walked over. Someone's getting walked over. Oh yeah, yeah, facts. Absolutely. 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 You're gonna have conflict in relationships, man. Like, cause you got two people that's raised in different environments, different households and stuff like that. You're gonna have conflict every now and again, man. Two people coming under one roof and coexisting together, you're gonna have conflict sometimes. Ain't gonna always be peace and harmony all the time. And if there is, like you said, someone's getting walked over. Someone just being a doormat. I'm not a doormat. My wife is not a doormat. You know what I'm saying? So we have we butt heads sometimes, you know what I'm saying? But we come to a peaceful conclusion at the end of it. We be like, all right, man, like, we're not gonna do this anymore. You know, here's what we're gonna do. Either I come up with a solution, or if she come up with a solution that makes more sense than what I'm saying at the time, then we go with that. That's how we work together as a team. Yeah, man. We try to limit our arguments. We try not to argue all the time, which we don't anymore. But yeah, man, like our first year being married, boy, oh my gosh, bro, that was the toughest. Because when you getting used to being or with somebody every day, that first year, oh Lord, that is a piece of work. But once you get through that first year and couple years or whatever the case is, and you start cruising. Once you get through that first year or two of marriage, and it gets smoother after that, at least in my opinion. Because you got past the initial stage of getting used to being with somebody in your house all the time. At least it was. That's how it was for me. Those times. Hey, brother Mike. Yo, what's up, man? How you doing? Thanks for dropping in the chat. Appreciate you. Yo, Boss Hog Boxing, get out of here, fam. How you doing, man? Hey, dog. I love your channel, man. I rock with you heavy, man. Texas boy, man. I love your channel, fam. You be talking that real talk. Talking about Errol Spence, man. I love Errol, man. When Errol coming back, man? Errol need to come on. He need to come on and, man. Yeah, he got beat by Bud, man. But my goodness, man, come back, Errol, man. We miss you, man. Jeez, man, I miss Errol Spence, man. Jack Smith says, "Yeah, facts, Mike. I meant like them social media couples doing funny pranks videos on each other. Like, looks like they're living the life, but they only show the good, like you said. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. I mean, yeah. They listen. I don't care how good your relationship is, and yeah, you can have relationships where you get along great for the most part, but you still gonna have your moments, man. That don't change. It's all couples are like that. I don't care how much they prank each other, and that's only for social media too. Think about that. That's only you only seeing out of 24 hours. You only catching them. They only posting 3 minutes out of their day. How do you know what they're going through the other 23 and a half hours or whatever the case is? You don't know what they're going through. the rest of that day. You only seeing what they showing you. So yeah, man, when you are not happy, when you're miserable in your life, and I've been there, so I ain't knocking you, but I'm saying I've been there. But when you're not happy at a certain point in your life, it looks like everything you see that's positive on somebody's channel, it looks like, yo, they just got it figured out. They living a life, and you sitting here miserable. They only showing you what they want you to see, man. They're not going to show you their arguments. They're not going to show you when they, you know, sleep in separate bedrooms for a couple days because they pissed off at each other. They're not going to show you that. Come on, man. Who wants to post that on social media? You sleeping in a separate bedroom for your wife because she done made you mad or you done made her mad. No one's going to post that. Seasoned Vet says, I live in a tent for free. Hey, I ain't knocking that. Say free, huh? That's crazy. Marky says, it seems like we are trying to normalize having a regular job. It's something bad. Yeah, man. Yeah. It's nothing wrong with having a job. My goodness, man. Like I said, not everyone is meant to be entrepreneurs, man. Not everyone's gonna have that life. Not everyone's gonna be a baller. Not everyone's gonna be a freaking business owner and all this other stuff, man. Like, why are we making it seem like it's such a terrible thing to have a job? Ain't nothing wrong with having a job. As long as you're happy, listen, as long as you are happy with that job, if you are happy getting up and going to that job, now see, the only time that having a job is a problem is when you hate that job. You hate going there. That job is stripping you of your health. It's stripping you of your peace, your mental health. That's when it's a problem. If you're happy with that job, you love working at that job, then have a job. My goodness, man, it's not terrible to have a job. At least you're making your money the right way. You ain't out there robbing nobody. You ain't stealing it. You earning your money. What's wrong with having a job? Nothing. You working for it, man. You ain't out there doing nobody dirty to get no money. You ain't selling your soul for it. You ain't robbing nobody. You ain't stealing it. You ain't, screwing somebody over to get it. You earning your money the honest way. A workman that's worthy of his wages. You earning your wages the right way. Nothing wrong with that. Only in the black community is having a record or going to jail some type of achievement. Facts. I just talked about that, Marcus. You'll see my last video on that, man. We talk about that when we talk about the real positive stuff. We make it seem like going to prison is something to celebrate. Or having a record. If you've never been to jail, they look at you like a square sometimes in the hood. You never been to jail, never been to prison or whatever. If you don't smoke weed or whatever the case is, man, they look at you like you a square. It's crazy work, man. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I've been there. Growing up in the hood, I smoked weed and all that stuff, man. But my goodness, I wasn't going to bash anybody who didn't do that stuff. That was my past. But I wasn't going to bash anybody who didn't do it. Good for you. Think first, the courtroom don't care about your pain after the crime. Facts. RC, facts. I tell y'all that all the time, man. We can sit here and talk about our pain all we want to. We can talk about how a dad wasn't there or how your family didn't love you or whatever the case is, and you go out there and do something stupid. That courtroom does not care, man. They will throw the book at you, go to sleep at night, not even giving it no second thought. They don't care about you, man. This world don't care about how you feeling. And I'm sorry, but that's just the truth. The world does not care about how you feel. You got to find a way to get over that crap, man. You got to talk to Jesus or talk to a minister or somebody, a counselor or something, but figure it out, man, because when you got here in the real world, they don't care. They do not care. Nipsey Hussle said something that will always stick with me. He said, Judge, ain't sympathizing in court, don't show forgiveness. Facts. No, oh, yeah, you're going to pay for what you do, man. They do not care. Leah Karanja says, hi. Hey, Leah. What's up? Thanks for dropping in the chat. Appreciate that. B says, hey, great to finally catch one of your lives. Big fan of your videos. Very relatable. Wanted to ask if the feeling wanted revenge on someone who wronged you bodily fades over time. Want to ask if the feeling wanted revenge on someone who wronged you badly. Yeah, it does. Um, it does, B. Uh, I know that feeling because I had that before. I had the feeling of wanting to get revenge on somebody for a long time, and it burnt me. I'm talking about like I burned with revenge, man. I wanted it so bad. I'm not proud of that. I'm not proud of feeling like that because I felt like it was very healthy for me spiritually. I couldn't have the relationship with God I wanted because I was burning with revenge so much. But it takes prayer, man. It takes prayer and it takes time. It does. It takes prayer and time. You know, I would strongly advise you to take that to the Lord and let Him know what you're feeling. That, hey, I got something in my heart that I know shouldn't be there, but it's not leaving me. I need help with this. I got hatred or disdain for somebody that I really want to get at them. I really want revenge. And I know this ain't right. This ain't pure. Lord, take this away from me. Take it away. Like, remove this from me. And in time, He'll do it. He'll do it, man. You just got to take that to Him. Because only God can help you with certain things, man. Like, there's certain things that we can easily forgive and overlook. Certain things, right? Like, for example, somebody step on your shoe by mistake, you can easily look over that and they'd be like, oh, my bad, bro. I'm like, all right, cool, no problem. You can let that go, right? But if somebody hurt somebody in your family, if they do something to you that was like over the line, it won't be easy. It's easy for you to forgive that than it would be for them stepping in your shoe, right? But that you got to take to the Lord. Some things you just cannot naturally forgive just like that because our flesh, we want to hold people, you know what I'm saying, accountable for things. We want to have revenge. Your flesh wants revenge. As long as we in this body, man, we're gonna have that battle within ourselves, man, of wanting that revenge. We want to get somebody back for what they done, what they said, whatever the case is, how they violated us or violated somebody we love. Yes, it's natural. But only God can take that away from you, man. You got to take that to the Lord. That's the best advice I can give you. And I hope you take heed to that. RC says, Mike, bro, it has to be tough being a well-known, famous celebrity because whenever they die, it's always they get sacrificed by the industry. Some folks do just die. Yeah, yeah, that's crazy, crazy work. Yeah, it's never just they just died. Always got to be something behind the story of why they died or whatever. Like Malcolm Jamal Warner, God rest his soul, just passed away. Now they talking about they talking about some crazy conspiracy with that, and I'm like, man, I don't get involved in that. You know what I'm saying? That's a little bit outside of my range, but I just shake it off, man. People are gonna say all kind of crazy stuff. Jack Smith says exactly, Mike. Yeah. Elite City says, how do you deal with gossipers? Oh, you guys who are in the chat, if you're not hit the like button, please do me a favor, hit the like button if you don't mind. If you'd be so kind to do so, I'd appreciate that. I really would. All right. If you're not hit it yet, all right. Elite City says, how do you deal with gossipers? You avoid them, plain and simple. Avoid gossipers. I don't do gossip in my life. I can't stand gossipers because one thing about gossipers, man, is you know, the gossip people who gossip about other people to you will gossip to you about other people. So I strongly advise staying away from gossipers, man. I do not do gossip. I try not to. If I've ever done it unknowingly, I pray the Lord forgives me for that. But I try my darndest to stay away from gossipers, man. I don't do gossip. I hate gossip. Um, because like if it's something, like for example, like I don't mind listening to somebody about something, like or someone if it's true, but just talking about someone's business, I don't have to know. If I don't have to know that, then I don't want to listen to that, man. I just don't care to listen to it if I don't have to know it. Because gossip does so much damage, man. Even if because it cannot be true, and then that person's reputation is ruined. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be a partaker in that because it can do so much damage, man. They say gossip kills three: the one who does it, the one who listens, and the one who's spoken of. So I don't do gossip, man. Avoid gossipers at your job, avoid them at your church, avoid them at in your house. I don't care who it is. If they gossiping, avoid them. Don't respond to it. You turn away from it, go the other direction. Stay away from gossip, man. If they look at you weird because you're not responding to the gossip, oh well, they'll be okay. Get away from them. Straight up. Stay away from them. Can't stand gossipers, man. They just got nothing else better to do. Not your average gamer says another thing I notice is other people who would try to instigate you to do this or that to that person walk away from instigators too. Yeah, yeah, facts. Sorry, y'all. I'm gonna have to catch up on the comments, man. I've been talking a lot, so maybe I got backed up on comments. As he says, it used to be a content creators. They used to tell folks to quit their job and do YouTube. Making real big time money on YouTube is like hitting the lottery. I say keep your job even while on YouTube. Yeah, man, facts. Yeah, absolutely. If you can make six figures doing YouTube, hey, man, peace and blessings to you. All power to you. But that's not the average content creator. The average content creator don't make real money on YouTube. Like me, I don't do YouTube for money. You know what I'm saying? I don't make no real money on YouTube. I'll get like a little gas money here and there. But I don't do YouTube for money anyway. If I got to that point, that's cool. But I'm not going to quit what I'm doing naturally just for YouTube. No, I'm not going to ever be a full time YouTuber where I do this 24/7. No, I'm not going to do that. It's just, no, that's not, yeah. I got to keep my regular job, which is the military, for now. And then YouTube is just a side thing for me. Whatever I feel like talking to you guys and getting on here and chopping it up with y'all, yeah, I do that. But that's not my every day, all day. No, I got to have something to do outside the house. Elite City says, do you personally think counseling is worth it? Yeah, I think it can be. Depends on who's counseling you. I'm a big believer in if it's a godly counselor, then yeah, it's worth it because iron sharpens iron, man. You can use godly wisdom from some people, and that's what I'm a firm believer in it being godly wisdom, godly counseling. If it's not godly, in my opinion, I just don't do it. That's just me though. Um, I like to be edified. I like to to feel like the person is giving me good, sound, godly advice and wisdom, not just telling me all any old kind of crap. And I don't know. 'Cause I mean, it also depends on their experiences too. If they've been through things, because people who've been through things, man, they can definitely help shed light on what you're going through because they've been through it themselves, man. You know, it's always good to hear things from other people's perspective, you know, and they can help sharpen you from their wisdom and with their experience. So I think, yeah, if you can find a good counselor, somebody who's been there, done that, and they know what they're talking about, absolutely. I don't just listen to anybody, though. Gossipers can't be trusted. Marcus says gossipers can't be trusted, and are people who are feeling their own demons, and they gossip to keep their attention on them or off them. Yeah, or fighting their own demons. Yeah, man. Yeah. Facts, Marcus. Marcus says gossipers can't be trusted, and the people who are fighting their own demons and they gossip to keep the attention off them. Yeah. Facts, man. Facts. I cannot. I'm telling you, bro. Because in the military, I deal with gossipers all the time, about what this person here ain't doing, this person here over here, and blah blah blah. And it's like, man, I just keep quiet. I just listen to it. And I'm like, okay, wow, that's crazy. Y'all get it, right? You know, y'all ever do that? Somebody come at you gossiping, you be like, wow, that's crazy. That's all you say. Like, that's all I ever say. I mean, I don't entertain that stuff, man. Because the reason I don't gossip, man, is because I don't want to ever have the person who gossiped to me, for me to engage in it, and then they come back later and say I said such and such. If I don't say nothing, they can't come back and say I said anything because I don't say nothing. I just listen to it and all right, cool, man. That's how you feel about that person. All right, cool. If that's what they did, okay, cool. Like it's the only time I really listen to it or entertain it if it's something I have to know. Like for example, right? If you're at work and someone comes to you and say, "Hey, like, be careful with that person over there. They known to get people fired, or they known to get people in trouble and stuff like that." That's not gossip. That's something you need to know, or whatever the case is. So, but if it's just something random that you don't have to know, man, whatever. I don't got time for that. Not Your Average Gamer says, choose your friends wisely. One of the realest quotes I've heard in my life. Facts. Again, I say this all the time and I'll keep saying it. I don't care who get tired of hearing it. I'm always gonna say it. Friend is an overused term. Friend is an intimate term to me, and I don't throw that to everybody. A lot of us got a lot of acquaintances now. We got people we know from work and church and stuff. But how many friends do you really have? I'm talking about friends. Friends. That's not the same as acquaintances. That's not the same as somebody who just talk to and tell jokes to. That's not the same thing. A friend is somebody who is there with you at your darkest moments. Somebody who you can call on when you need them. Somebody who you can rely on, man. Like you can have no things about you that you know is not gonna get out to everybody. You can lean on them. That's a friend. Somebody who's there for you when you don't have. That's a friend. Somebody who just there when you, man. And I hate it now that that's such an overused term nowadays. Just because you shared some laughs with them at work, just share some laughs with them at work. Now it's like, oh, that's my friend. No. I know you. You cool. You cool at work. We acquaintances. Yeah, man. What's up, man? How you doing? I do all that stuff. Whatever. But are we friends? No. I'm very careful who I call my friend. RC says, someone once told me they don't like counseling and therapy because they document everything and they can hold those things you said against you if you ever do something bad out in the world. I don't know. Well, I don't know about all that, but I mean, they are meant to be confidential. Um, as far as I know, RC, like therapists and stuff like that, they can't divulge that information. I don't know what they can and cannot tell necessarily, but I know for the most part, what you tell them is in confidence. I don't know, maybe unless you tell them something real crazy, I don't know, maybe some things they gotta get out. You know what I'm saying? If you going, you can't just go up and tell them you're going to freaking kill somebody or something like that. Then they might have to tell that. But whatever you're dealing with on your own, you know what I'm saying, accord, then I'm pretty confident that, and I'm fully aware, or I'm fully confident that they cannot go and just share that with everybody because that's confidential when you have a therapist. Because I've had therapists before in my past, and that's one thing that they tell you in the beginning of your therapy session, that whatever we talk about here is strictly confidential. I'm not going to tell anyone your business, and whatever you tell me is, you're safe. Your secret is safe here. So, but also, I mean, I still go to therapy sometimes. I mean, I don't go all the time, but I talk to my pastor sometimes. I got Christian counseling, so he's kind of like my therapist, you can say. But he made that clear to me that like whatever we talk about here is just between us. Gossiping is such a corny and clownish behavior. Like at that point, just say it to their face if you're bold enough to say it to other people on social media. Yeah, man. Like I never got that either because, like you said, like don't tell me. Tell the person you got an issue with. Like if you got an issue with that person, go tell them. That's why when people would come to me, even as a supervisor at my job, people come to me and say, I got a problem with so and so. The first thing I would say to them is, did you talk to them? A lot of times they'd be like, well, no, I didn't talk to them yet. No, don't tell me then. Go talk to them. I don't want to hear it. Don't come to me, talk to me about what this person ain't doing and whatever. I don't want to hear that crap. Go talk to them. Because how they gonna know how to fix it, or they gonna know to fix it at all if you don't talk to them. You know? So I'm not a fan of that. Go talk to them. Leave me alone. Get out of my face. If you're not hit the like button, please, I appreciate if y'all hit the like button. I'd appreciate that. If you're not hit it yet, God bless. Man, I keep a low profile at work. When I played sports, I never talked a lot because the more you talk about yourself, the ammunition you give false friends and gossipy people, and that's real talk. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Big facts. Big facts. Keep it low, man. The less you say, the less ammunition they have. Big facts. B says, how have you dealt with people whose character you thought you knew, but then blindsided by some dark stuff they did to you? Um, well, B, I'll say it like this. I mean, it catches you off guard and it hurts, but once I process it, I just understand that that's just people. People are gonna be people. I had a best friend that did that to me before. That kind of blindsided me with some stuff I didn't see coming, but that's people. That's people, man. That's why you ought not to put your full trust in people. You can trust people to an extent, but understand when you're dealing with people, there's always that possibility of them doing something like that to you, man. So, does it suck? Yeah, but that's the nature of people. I process it, and once I calm down, Because, like I said, it hurts. At first, you're going to be pissed off and you're going to be caught off guard by it. But once that simmers down, so, okay, well, it is what it is. Now, let me ask you something, B. Have they really blindsided you? Is the question, right? Because when we talk about people blindsiding us or they hit us with something we didn't see coming, a lot of times we have seen signs or they showed us signs before, we just didn't catch it. Because no one just gonna wake up one day and be like, oh, I'm just gonna do something to this person that they're not gonna see coming. They've been showing you signs before that maybe you didn't catch in the past and stuff like that. So when they do something that you really don't expect, then all of a sudden you say it's blindsiding. But a lot of times people, before they do something to you, that if they before a lot of times before people do something to hurt you, but something they say or do, they've already been showing you little clues. But we so caught up in that person and how we feel about them and how long we knew them that a lot of times we don't catch it until they do something that's over the top, and then we say, how could they do that? They already been showing you before. They don't really rock with you like they used to, or they don't really feel the way about you that you feel about them. They were already showing you those little subtle clues. So did they really blindside you? That's a legit question. Because when I think about people in my life who's done things to me that maybe, I didn't see it coming necessarily, when I look back on it for real, I see little things. I'm like, okay, I should have caught that. I don't know how I didn't catch that. I didn't catch it because I wasn't really looking for them to do that. But once they have maybe betrayed me or did something that, wasn't cool, I say, okay, now I see how that made sense when they said this or did this. Now I see where this came from. It's not like you're gonna have a great relationship one day on a day and they're gonna wake up the next day and be like, okay, you know what? Today's the day I'm gonna screw them over. Nah, man, they've been plotting this. They've been showing you subtle little clues before. A lot of times. Not your average gamer says facts, especially when you have nothing to do with their beef. Yes, sir. Absolutely. Yeah, stay out of that. RC says, I weeded out someone fake I went because I went and had a private conversation with someone and we squashed any animosity between us, but then I caught them online talking bad about me after that. See, they go that fake nonsense, man. That fake stuff, man. They pretend to be cool with you to your face, but as soon as you get out their face and you go your own way thinking y'all cool, thinking y'all squashed it, hey, they go online talking crazy. And yeah, that's yeah. I ain't even got nothing to say about that. Mike, was I right to weed them out? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you totally were. Marcus says, I also had a best friend who did me wrong. Makes it hard to trust people because I'm someone who doesn't call everyone my friend, but I honestly saw the signs and ignored them. So that's on me. Yeah, Marcus, definitely. I agree. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it made it hard to trust people after that for me too. But like, I decided I wasn't gonna let that stop me from living my life because it's part of life, man. It happens. You know what I'm saying? And just like you, I saw little subtle clues before that. Like I said, very few. That takes a sick person to do something like that. You're not gonna just have this totally healthy relationship one day, and then that person wakes up and say, you know what? I'm just gonna do X, Y, and Z. I'm gonna screw them over today. When y'all had a perfect relationship before, a lot of times they show you that, man. They show you little things, man. Before they don't answer your calls as much, they don't respond to your texts as much. if at all. They say little stuff that you sometimes look at it and be like, man, what the heck was that? Like, you got to catch it. It's little subtle little things, man. They do little stuff that at some point you be like, okay, this relationship ain't the same before as it was before. Something's different. You can sense it. And then it builds from that into all of a sudden they just say, you know what, today's a day. I'm just gonna cut them off, or I'm just gonna do X, Y, and Z to this person. You see it, man. But a lot of times we, like I said, we are blinded by our love for them, the length of time we knew them. We don't think they'll ever do it to us and stuff like that. So you tend to miss a lot of these things, thinking that it'll never happen to you, or they'll never do that, or they're not capable of doing that. But then when they do it, it's like, yo, dang, they really did that. But are you surprised? Are you really surprised? Have they not shown you that? You know, and that's one thing, Marcus, when I look at my own situation, man, I see how that led up to that point where my best friend did a sucker move. I saw the little things he was doing that eventually it got to that point that he did that. And I said, okay, I can't blame nobody but myself. I've been seeing little signs. I've been seeing this coming, but I didn't want to believe it, you know? But hey, man, such is life, bro. But yeah, man, don't let that destroy you. Don't let that keep you blocked off from everybody, Marcus. I know it's harder because you kind of feel like if this person here can do that, somebody who I'm supposed to love and trust, anybody else capable of doing that same thing. You know what I'm saying? I get it, but everybody deserves a clean slate, a clean start. And if they do something that rubs you wrong and you feel like, okay, I already see what they on, then you get away from them. But, don't make them pay for what the last person did. I know that's hard. It's easier said than done, but it takes time to get to that point where you realize, okay, everybody deserves a fresh start. If they didn't do nothing to me, then I'm not going to treat them like they did something to me, like the last person over here did. It takes time to get to that point, man. But, I hope that you do. Honestly, bro. B says, you're right. Definitely with signs in hindsight, but didn't read it too much into them at the time. Yeah, facts. Like I said, man, it's typically like that, man. It's hardly ever not like that. When people do little things like that, man, when they betray you, when they do you dirty, they show you signs beforehand. Warning comes before destruction. Like I said, you're not going to just have a perfect relationship one day and they're going to wake up and be like, you know what? Screw this person, man. I'm just going to do them dirty. What brought them to that point? And one thing I also tell y'all all the time, man, is that what's in a person's heart, they can't hide it. A person cannot hide what's in their heart, man. They're going to eventually let it out. Whatever they're feeling about you, it's going to come out in some shape, form, or fashion. Either in what they say, what they do, how they act. It's going to be in their demeanor. It's going to be in something. You're going to see it. It makes more sense down the road when you finally see it manifest. Then you can look back and say, wow, okay, now I see where that all came from. You don't really want to believe it when it's happening. But once it happens, then you can look back and say, wow, okay, now it all makes sense. But like I said, a lot of times that's how it happens, and that's how we learn is from it actually happening and then looking back and saying, okay, now I see. Because when it's happening, you don't want to believe it. RC says, facts, subtle hints and clues always, and it took me a long time to realize this, but some people won't like you just because you're a calm, cool soul. They might be dysfunctional, combative soul for real. Yeah, man, facts. Facts. Some people hate you because they can't be you. They just cannot be you. They hate it that you can always be at peace when they don't have no peace. Or how you always seem to be able to love when they don't have no love. Some people just hate you for who you are, man. And it don't always have to even be nothing that you do wrong. It just can be they can't be you. They hate you. They hate your light. They wish they could have that light, but they don't have it. Sometimes it can be something you did, but sometimes it can be something you didn't do at all. And you just being yourself. They just can't compete with that. They got a lot of trouble within themselves, and you always calm, cool, collected. They want to be like that, but they just can't. It's the truth sometimes. There's a difference between subtle hating and blatant hating. I mean, hating is hating. I mean, not your average gamer. Hating is hating. I've never hated on somebody who I would call my friend. Not even subtle at all. I've not had an ounce of hate in my body towards somebody who I love. I mean, I get what you're trying to say, but nah, I never hated even subtle at all. For what? I never hated at all on somebody who I called my friend and I loved. I just, I guess I just ain't built like that. I never did. I never hated on somebody. I mean, if I call you my friend, I don't want you hating on me, not even in a subtle fashion. I want you to be happy for me all the time. Like, no, bro, ain't no hating here, bro. Like, I don't do no hating at all. No subtle, no blatant hating, no nothing. That's just how I'm built. I want nothing but the best for my friends. I want nothing but the best for the people who I say I love. If you got something and I don't have it, cool. I'm gonna ask you, well, how? If I want it, I'm gonna ask you, yo, how do I get that? How'd you go about getting that? Show me how to get it. I'm not gonna hate on you. What I gotta hate on you for if I can get it myself? I don't got time for that. I just don't. RC says it's more men in prison for losing control of their emotions than anything else. Like real spill, as men, we gotta keep a level head when our emotions catch fire. Yeah, man, and that's hard to do. RC, that's not easy to do. Is control your emotions. It takes time to master your emotions, man. Unless you've been raised like that, unless you've been raised by somebody who taught you that way from the time you were a child, it's hard to manage your emotions, to control your emotions, man. Because we emotional creatures, man. Like men are emotional creatures as well. It's just that men are more rational when it comes to controlling their emotions than women are. We both emotional. Men are emotional, women are emotional. But men, we tend to just have more rational when it comes to saying, okay, well, if I do this, I'm feeling a certain type of way, but if I do this, it's going to result in that. We can rationalize more in our mind when it comes to our emotions. And women do. Women just be acting out. Some women do, not all women. Some women do have an uncanny ability to control their emotions, but some women, a lot of women rather, they act on their emotions. They feel in this way, so they want to make sure you know they're feeling this way, right? Men can feel a certain way and they be like, you know what, I'm feeling like that, but nah, I'm not gonna do it because I know what that's gonna result in. You know what I'm saying? So it takes time to master your emotions, but once you get to that point, man, that's when you know you matured. Because as when you're younger and you don't have no guidance, yeah, you act out a lot of times of your emotions, but it takes time, maturity to actually get to master them. Because when I was younger, I didn't master my emotions well. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not proud of that, but it took time. Because when I told y'all, man, when I was younger, I came from an abrupt environment. I see people crash out. That's how I knew how to deal with things. I crashed out. But as I got older and got more wiser, I realized that okay, you need to be more careful how you control your emotions. If that makes any sense. But yeah, man, you're right, man. So many people in prison for spazzing out for 2 seconds, and now they're spending the next 30 years of their life in prison. That's crazy work. Ain't nobody trying to do all that. RC says, one of my favorite quotes that I made up is exit your feelings into your conscience. Yeah, facts. Dig that, bro. That's dope, man. I like that. Not Your Average Gamer says, I remember 3 years ago when I was 13, I noticed that my dad didn't like social media at first. I thought he was just old, but but now at 16, I understand why he stays on social media. It can be a scary place. Yeah, man, because it's not real life, gamer. It's not real life. Social media is just a facade, man, for the most part, and it can be an avenue for greater sin. Honestly, social media can be a greater avenue towards lust, jealousy, comparison, all types of things, man. It opens up the door for all these things to creep in if you're not careful. How many times you've been on social media and you see all these girls dressing half naked on social media, man? That's not healthy. That can feed your lust appetite or jealousy. You see this, like I had a fellow subscriber there that was talking about that earlier, man. Seeing people looking happy online. You looking online, you seeing everybody look like they winning. They got happy marriages. They looking like they winning financially, and you over there broke. And you scrolling on social media. That's gonna cause that jealousy in you to stir up because you feel like everyone's happy except you, and that's not true. They're just showing you a snippet of their life that makes it look like they're happy, but they're not really that happy. They're just showing you what they want to show you. That's all. That's it. It's all fake, man. It's fake. Social media is not real life. It's not real life. They're online taking a little happy married picture, but you don't know that he cheating on her, she cheating on him. I've seen marriages. No, I'm serious. I've seen marriages like that. I've seen people who I know personally on social media look at the pictures, and you will think they're the happiest married couple in the world if you didn't know them. But I know them, so I'm like, I'm like, wow. No judgment. I ain't here to judge nobody. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying though, they doing their thing behind closed doors, but on social media they look like they're the happiest married couple in the world. It's all an act, man. Social media is just an act to make people look like they're happier than they are, and to make people look more successful than they really are. For people to get on there and create an image of themselves that really don't exist. That's all social media does. RC says, what's the reason for most destruction in the black communities? Rap music, the culture, strip, hip hop, rap, alcohol and drugs, something else? Um, Rap music is definitely not helping. Definitely not helping. Self hatred. I think it's self hatred. You know, black people got the energy for each other that we don't have for no other race. I don't see a lot of these dudes running up on white dudes like that when they see another white dude in the mall and seeing and making eye contact with him. He don't run up on that white dude, but as soon as he see another black dude looking at him, he see his enemy. Yeah, it's the music, man. The music definitely is. I think is feeding that a lot of that hatred towards each other. N word this, N word that, N word this, N word that, hoes, B words, all this stuff, man. It's That's why I had to stop listening to that stuff, man. Like I told y'all, I mean, I listen to the instrumentals for certain songs. I'm in the gym, just instrumentals, but the words, I'm trying to really quit the words. It's nothing but garbage. Yeah, alcohol and drugs definitely ain't helping. Like I say, I don't condemn alcohol, but wrongful use of alcohol, overly over drinking alcohol, and of course being in those environments with rap music definitely does not help. RC says you got couples to stay together, that stay together just to keep up an image on YouTube and Facebook, on IG, all of that. Shaking my head. It's crazy, Mike, for real. Yeah, man, I know. I know. I know. I'd say I know married couples who are not happy behind closed doors, bro. They are not happy. They are keeping up an image. They've been married for so long. They got kids. They don't want to quit what they already built, but they cheating on each other left and right. I know married couples like that. They don't care nothing about each other at all. They just staying together because they got 4 kids, they got a house, they got bills, they got a car, they got the dog. But man, they don't care about each other like that, man. I've seen it so many times, especially in the military. Man, please. Seen it so many times. But you'll never know that. You see the pictures on social media, they'll be looking like the happiest couple in the world. Not your average gamer. I heard this quote: "Control your anger before it controls you." Oh yeah. No, control your anger before it destroys you. If you don't control your anger, it will destroy you. Because you only got so many times to spaz out before it eventually destroys you. Anger will destroy your life. Uncontrolled anger will destroy your life. It's okay to get angry, but to let it go uncontrolled, it will destroy your life. Sabir says, Mike, if you see this, love from Australia. Yo, Sabir, man, love to you, man. Appreciate you dropping in, man. Much love to you. You guys who have not hit the like button, please hit the like button for me. It just helps more people see the live. It helps. It's not for my self-esteem, trust me. But if you rock with my channel, rock with me, please hit the like button. If you're rocking with the live, thank you for those of y'all who did that. Much love to y'all, all right? Appreciate that, man. Elite City says, what do you do now since you left the military? No, I'm still in the military, Elite. I'm still in the military. I've been in the military for 15 years now. So the goal is to retire. It's getting harder and harder to do that because, man, this new military is really starting to. I don't want to talk about that too much, but yeah, man. Military ain't what it used to be, man. My goodness. Sabir says, hey, Mike, question. What do you think of the war in Gaza? Sabir, all due respect, brother. All due respect. I don't do politics on this channel, like talking about wars and politics and stuff like that. I don't do it because that's not my lane, number one. And number two, I just don't want to cause any rifts or any arguments on this channel about necessary stuff, about unnecessary stuff. So if you please forgive me, Sabir, I don't want to comment on the wars and political stuff. I don't do that on this channel. Much respect to you, sir. Just wanted to put that out there. All right. I don't do on this channel. Everybody got different opinions about all this stuff, and I don't want to talk about something. Then you cause an argument and stuff like that. So I just don't do that. The government took disciplining children out of households. That doesn't help society in the long term. Like, facts. RC, facts. Big facts. And the crazy thing about that is the discipline that the kids are not getting at home, they're gonna get in society. They're gonna get it from the cops. They're gonna get it from somebody in the streets who's gonna show them something. I mean, because you can't tell people not to discipline their kids and then expect them kids to go out there and be civil. These kids not gonna know how to act, man, because they never had discipline at home. But then when these kids don't have discipline at home, then you look back and say, well, they weren't raised properly. But you won't let the parents discipline them. So, and and some people may be like, well, you don't have to spank to discipline. No, you don't have to. But some kids need it. Honestly, some kids just need to get the behind whooped. Some kids you can discipline by talking to them or punishing them and taking stuff away. Some kids are not like that. Not all kids are the same. Some kids need boots to behind. Some kids need a belt to their behind. Facts. Some kids do not learn by just simply talking to them. Some kids need that discipline with a belt. I was like that. You was just gonna talk to me. Beat. I got a lot of beatings growing up, so I would know. You couldn't just talk to me because I was one of those kids. I hate to admit it, but I'm just being honest with y'all. I was one of those kids who's gonna see how far I can push something until I got a beating. I was gonna see how far I can push it. You talking to me? Okay, well, sure. I guess I just got talking to. I guess. All right. Let me see how much I can get away with this. And then, yeah, once I got a spanking though, I realized, okay, I need to stop that. You guys who have not yet hit the like button, please hit the like button for me, please. If you guys do not mind, if you've not hit it yet, I'd appreciate that. God bless you. Let's see. I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to take this microphone off, man, because my phone about to go dead. I'm gonna have to plug my charger in. You guys, excuse me for a second, okay? I'll be right back. Oh, can you guys hear me still? Can you guys hear me? Let me know if you can hear me. I had to turn my microphone off because it was killing my battery and my phone was about to go dead, so I had to take that out. Let me know if you can hear me. Thumbs up if you can hear me. Please let me know if you can hear me, okay? Okay, cool. Oh, you guys, please bear with me. I have got to go and pee real quick, man. So I'll be back in like 2 minutes. So talk amongst yourselves, whatever you guys want to do. But I'll be right back. All right. Man, whew. I was holding that for a while, y'all. My bad. Jeez, man. It's been live for a while. But give me another little glass of wine here, and we will get right back to it. All right. We kicking it tonight, y'all. I'm used to working night shift, man. So I'm up for a long time. My wife is back there knocked out, but I'm probably be up until about probably 6 in the morning. All right. Got me a glass of wine here. Second glass of wine. We are kicking it tonight, man. But yeah. Let me see. Go back to some chats, some messages here. Sabir says, "Hey Mike, I'm 18 by the way. Came across your videos when I was 15 and dealing with, oh man, you followed me for 3 years, man. Hey, salute to you, Sabir. Appreciate that, yo. Dealing with a really tough life. You helped me to remove all the abandoned people in my life. My family members tried to kill me, my friends. You, wow, man, I'm sorry, bro. Yeah, man, like I've dealt with a lot of crazy stuff too in my life, man. So, hey, yo, I'm really happy to know that this channel has been some help to you, and that's why I do it. That's why I do it, man. I do it for people like yourself that can relate to these videos, man. So, thank you for sharing that with me. I appreciate that. But it's part of life, you know. Unfortunately, some of us have that happen, but you know, you got to move on and live the best possible life you can. I have friends that took advantage of me before when I was younger, you know, when I was your age, and you're still young, and that's just life, man. I mean, a lot of people go through that type of stuff, man. So you're not the only one, but you learn from your experiences, And now it makes you wiser to know, when you're seeing something in the future, you know what you're looking at, you know how to deal with it and how to navigate through it. So, wisdom comes through pain. It don't come cheap, man. It comes through pain. So from now on, you just got, you know, more wisdom to know how to deal with it when you deal with it, in the future. RC says, little Timmy stand in the corner on timeout for 10 minutes. It's not always going to work. Facts. Facts, man. That don't work, man. Some people need their behind spanked, bro. Like, I was that type of kid when I was when I was younger. I needed to get spanked. And it didn't feel good, but I'm grateful for it now because it kept me in line. A little 10-minute timeout, that don't work. Not for kids who really need discipline, for real, for real. I'm so old school. I remember when getting whipped with extension cords, belt branches, and wet towel. Oh man, hey man, bro, facts. I got beat with whatever my dad can get his hands on sometimes. I feel you on that, man. Not your average gamer says I got whipped from the ages of 3 to 4, or 3 or 4 to 13, and those whippings didn't feel good. No, they don't feel good, but they definitely instill healthy fear. And either you're gonna get whippings in your house or you're gonna get it from society. Whatever your parents do not give you in your household, society does not mind giving it to you, and 10 times worse. So those who say, well, you shouldn't beat your kids, listen, I don't believe in beating your kids unnecessarily. I don't believe in abuse. There's a difference between discipline and abuse. When you're beating your kids for every little thing, that's too much. They got a bad grade, you're beating them. Come on, man. Find out why they're having a bad grade. They might be struggling with something. You don't just beat them just because they had a bad grade. Now, if they're acting up in school and they're not trying, and they just wasting their life away, then maybe you might have to put belt to behind for a little bit to get them back in line. If they're not focused and they're not making the best of their life, then yeah. But not just to beat them just because. Like, nah, you don't just do that. Like, me and my wife talk about that all the time, man. Like, if God bless us with kids, I don't want to just beat them just because. Disrespect an elder, yeah, I'm gonna see you about that. Or if they're out there being a menace to society, well, yeah, because me spanking my kid would save their life in the long run. Because if I don't do it, the police gonna do it, the judge is gonna do it. I don't want that on my conscience. That's my kid, that's my responsibility to make sure that they go out here and become a productive member of society. Whatever they don't get from home, if they don't get disciplined at home, they're gonna get it from someone out there in the streets, and it's gonna be way worse. But like so I don't believe in abuse, but discipline. Yeah, but I understand why I got whooped now that I'm older. Yeah, facts. You understand it when you get older. You don't understand it when you're younger. Sometimes you may think your parents doing too much, but when you get older, you understand it for sure. RC says, you risk catching a case just spanking your own kid with your hand now, Mike, and not your average gamer. You have to tread very lightly on the discipline angle. Well, the thing is, man, RC, I am I'm accountable to the Lord for my kids if I have kids. You know what I'm saying? I'm accountable to Him how I raise my kid. Now, if my kid, like I said, if my kid is being a menace to other people, if my kid is doing things they have no business doing, it's my responsibility to make sure I get them back in line. Now, talking to them does not work. If punishing them does not work, and they're still going out there, they're still being a menace, they're still doing X, Y, and Z, and I see that their life is headed for destruction. It's my job to make sure that I get them back in line. Not abusing them, but disciplining them to get them back in line. Because that's my kid. And at the end of the day, man, no one's going to tell me how to raise my kid. Not society. I don't care what no law says. That is something that I have to answer to God for, how I raise my kid. If my child's soul is in danger of hellfire, if they're going out there and they are just living their life recklessly, and I have the power, the ability to get them back in line, even if it means spanking them, I will do that. I will do that to ensure that they do not think it's all sweet out here. Because if I don't do it at home, someone out there is they're not just gonna discipline them, they're gonna shoot them. They're gonna, the police gonna freaking beat the living crap out of them. They're going to jail, they're going to prison, they're going to face a consequence that is far worse than I can ever give them. So it's my job to do that. It's my job to make sure that they are ready for society when they get out here in the real world. The world is not going to be as gentle on these kids as I would be towards my own kids. The world's going to be 10 times more harsh. So that's why, like I said, man, only if it's necessary. If I can talk to my kid and get them in line, I will do that. That's better for me because I don't want to beat my kid. But if it means, if I have a choice between beating them or just letting them go off and do whatever they want to do and then facing a far worse punishment, well, I'm going to beat the crap out of them. I don't care what nobody say about it. That's just, and if I get in trouble for it, then oh well. I don't care. That's my kid. I said I don't believe in having to beat my kid unless I have to. RC says, I thought you were just a vampire, Mike. What you mean? No, man. What you mean? What you mean? Thought I was a vampire. What do you mean for how late I'm staying up, or what you mean? Hey, Mike, I'm out there. Mike, hey, Mike, I'm out of here, man. Good to see you. Go live and drop more content. Hey, Marcus, hey, appreciate you, homie. Much love to you as always, man. Like, appreciate your support, man. Thank you for dropping in. Till next time, bro. And I'm gonna definitely go subscribe to your channel, man. I mean what I say. RC said, any thoughts on road rage? Yeah, it's stupid. Don't do it. Man, people die over stuff like that, man. Don't get involved in a road rage, man. Road rage? Come on. No. Let it go. Whatever happens on the road, if you didn't, just let it go. You got some crazy people out there, man. People die over road rage incidents. I just don't believe in that. Just silly. Let it go. B says, do you believe everything happens for a reason or things just happen and you have to adjust? I think both. Some things happen for a reason. Some things you just gotta adjust. Just gotta be wise enough to know the difference. Some things happen for a reason. But some things I think you just have to adjust. Plain and simple. RC says, facts, there's a big difference between discipline and going crazy psycho on your kid. A woman made the news because she beat her child with a belt until the child stopped moving permanently. No, see? Nah, man, I ain't talking about that. I ain't talking about no abuse like that. That's wild. That's crazy. That is crazy work. I ain't talking about that at all. My goodness, man, like people like that shouldn't even have kids. If you are that If you that loose in the head, man, where you just beating your kids, you blacking out and beating the crap out your kids, then no, I don't believe in that. Discipline is just when your kid is just acting out and you see that talking to them is just not working. Everything you done, that to me, that's my last resort, man. My last resort is beating my kid. Last resort. If I talk to them and it's not working, I punish them, took things away and it's not working. I've done everything I could do and it's not working. Hey man, what else we got? What else I got to fall back on? I have nothing else to resort to, but hey, I got to do what I got to do. At the end of the day, my job is to make sure that I send a message some type of way. Hopefully, it's not through means of beating them, but if that means saving my kid's life, like I said, I'm going to be far more gentle on them than the world's going to be. Far more gentle than the world's going to be. The world's going to be 10 times harsher than I am going to be. So, yeah, it's a big difference. Big difference between beating and abuse, like discipline and abuse. Big difference. RC says, a vampire stays up all night. I thought that was you, bro. Well, yeah, I stay up for a long time, bro, because I work night shift. I work 12-hour shifts when I'm on duty, and I'm usually up till like 6:30 in the morning, 7 o'clock in the morning. It's only 3:43 in the morning right now, so yeah, this is nothing to me. So yeah, I'm just used to it now. Elite City says, this generation has bad parenting, like the guy who killed his brother over Christmas. Yeah, Elite, man. I saw that. I saw that. I saw that story. That story was crazy, man. Like, for real. Now, see, that's what I'm talking about. You got a kid acting like that, and then somebody gonna tell me, oh, you can't beat your kid. What? Man, get out of here with that nonsense, bro. Like, I'm not gonna have my kid acting like that. That's just that's too much. Or I think I saw another story of a kid who I think he killed his mom because she took his iPhone away or something like that. Seriously? Took his phone, he killed his own mother. Nah, man, ain't no, nah, bro. Crazy work. Crazy work. Not gonna have none of that in my house if I can help it. Or my kid talking to some elder crazy, disrespecting the elders. You know what I'm saying? Just no respect for authority. No, I don't want that in my house. I don't want my kid acting like, because your kid represents your family name. They represent your household, man. If your kid going out there acting crazy, it says a lot about you as a parent. I'm not having that. If I can help it. Not Your Average Gamer says, Mike, talking real life situations is the main reason why I subscribe to the channel. I got so much respect. Hey, God bless, man. Like I said, man, comments like that is why I do it. Like, it really is. Like, comments like that is what keeps me motivated to do these videos I do, and I appreciate the fact that you appreciate the channel. I really do. That's why I do it. You know, I don't got no one topic I like to stick to. I like to talk about everything that I can relate to, pretty much. So yeah. Thank you for acknowledging the channel, man. I appreciate you. RC says, Elite City and Mike, I remember that brother and he presents in the present story vividly. There was another story where a woman shot a drive-through worker at KFC for getting her spoon for mashed potatoes. Really? See, man, those types of stories disturb my spirit, man. What is wrong with these people? Like, what's wrong with these people, man? Like, are people sick Oh my God, bro, oh my Lord, man. This is demonic, bro. It's demonic behavior, man. People out there are really losing their freaking mind nowadays over nothing. It's demon time these people are on, man. Demon time. Man, I can't, man. I just can't do it. Wow. Shot somebody for forgetting her spoon. Nah, see, that's a deeper issue. It wasn't about the spoon. It wasn't about the spoon. That person had way deeper issues than that. That comes from someplace. I don't know what she got going on, but she got some issues that really need some serious prayer. RC says, I originally had a channel where I would cover wild crimes state to state, but it was taking a toll on me reporting so many sad stories, so I had to go cold turkey on that for a long while. Yeah, I feel that, man. That can definitely be heavy on the soul, man. Because, I mean, that's going to bother you. I mean, of course it's going to bother you. You have to even see that and then let alone report it. That's a lot. You ever thinking about starting it back up? Ugh. I see. You ever thinking about starting that back up, or you think you're done? Not your average gamer says, I remember watching the news on YouTube and saw a manager get killed over an argument, and she was 39 and had kids. It's so sad. Yeah. Crazy. RC says there was a story sometime last year. The two daughters went after the mother and grandmother with malice in their heart. Why? Because the mom and grandma turned off the Wi-Fi. Yeah, come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Like, no. I'm not doing none of that. Like, listen, I don't believe in abuse. I'm putting this out. I don't care what nobody got to say about it. I don't believe in abuse, but I beat the brakes off my kids before they ever think they can go out, they can go crazy like that in my house. They not, no. Before you think you can harm, I'll take my kid out before they take me out. Straight up. That's how it's going to be. My kid ain't going to do any harm to me or my wife or anybody in my family. Before that happens, I'll take them out myself. It ain't happening, bro. Not happening. That's crazy, man. Like, to raise a kid who going to eventually grow up to be like that? Imagine giving birth to the kid that ends your life. How'd that sound? How'd that sound? You giving birth to the very kid who's going to eventually end your own life. I couldn't imagine. Or she says, I took that channel and flipped it to music and movies content. Okay. You still, okay. I'm going to check your channel out, man. Not your average gamer says, this country, world, and generation is messed up. For real, it's just sad. Very. Very, very sad. And it's only getting worse. RC says there is a lot of truth to trying to get the fathers out of the most African American household. Yeah, man, because you remove the fathers, you remove discipline, you remove order. Men instill order in the house, and we instill discipline. Without that, You got these kids going out there, running around emotional, committing crimes, keeps the prisons full. I mean, it's all a reason behind that. There's a reason behind all of that. Like I said, man, growing up with my father or my stepfather, I didn't commit a lot of crimes because I was afraid of him. Like he kept me in the house. He got me back in the house early, man. My curfew was 9 o'clock in high school. So even though I was a knucklehead, I used to run the streets and stuff like that. I wouldn't do a lot of stuff because I was afraid of him. So I didn't want to deal with him when I got back home. I knew I had to deal with that when if I went out there to do something crazy, I had to go back home and deal with that man. I was not trying to have it. I wasn't trying to hear it. So a lot of stuff I didn't do, not only because I wasn't really. I mean, like I said, I hung with a lot of street dudes. God knows what I would have done if I would have hung with these dudes if I'd had no guidance in my life. But he instilled that fear to the point where I used to think twice about doing a lot of stuff, man. I didn't want to do a lot of things because, man, I gotta deal with the law. I gotta deal with this dude when I got back home. Man, nah, bro. So I did not do a lot of stuff just because of what he instilled in me. So I mean, because a mother can only do so much. A woman can only do so much, especially when it comes to a young man. She can only do so much. She cannot raise a young man how to be a man. Can't happen. She can do her best, but nothing can get across a young boy to a young man, or rather, like a man. Not your average gamer says, Big Mike, I wouldn't last one day without my parents. I'd rather go before them. Yeah, I mean, we all got, I hear what you're saying, man, but we all got to go sometime. And thing about your parents is that whatever they instilled in you, you know, Lord, forbid anything happens to them anytime soon. But you want to carry on their legacy, man. You want to make them proud by moving on with what they taught you. So don't don't say that. I mean, that's just a natural order of things. Typically the parents go before the kids. In most cases, not all cases, but in most cases, the parents leave before the kids, right? And it happens to everybody. We all got our date. But what you do to make them proud is to carry on their legacy by living your life in a way that would make them proud. We all come across that day where either we lose our parents or the parents lose us. But in most cases, like I said, it's you losing your parents. But that's just life, man. That's just life. RC says, I just talked about sports, though mostly basketball on here now. Basketball? Oh, yeah, yeah. I was thinking about starting another channel because I do love sports. I was thinking about starting a channel. Um, I don't know because I love this channel. But I was thinking about starting another channel, man, just talking about like the disrespect some athletes get. I don't really want to do that though because I do, but I don't. I want to do it because I'm passionate about sports. Um, but at the same time, I don't want to do it because some people get too fanatic. Some people are way too fanatical about their favorite player, um, maniacal about their favorite player, and I don't want to argue like that. I don't want to cause no unhealthy arguments because I'm not no arguing type of dude when it comes to talking about things that I'm passionate about, like sports, like boxing, for example. I love boxing, and you got people who always talk about, oh, Floyd Mayweather was not. Listen, to me, Floyd Mayweather is the greatest boxer I've ever seen, like greatest pure boxer I've ever seen. But you got people who say all kinds of things about Floyd because they don't like him personally. I don't listen. You can not like Floyd all you want to. You can not like Floyd all you want to because of things he does. But in the ring, I didn't see anybody better than him. That's all I'm saying. But then you got people who always want to get in there and say, "Oh, well, this he was this that." So I'm like, I don't really want to. I don't want to get involved in that because people get too crazy about sports, and I don't like arguing like that. But I was thinking about that. I was thinking about starting another channel just about things I love talking about, like sports. But whatever, who knows? As he says, Mike, I think it was just last week though. I went on a rant because I was like, sports isn't the end all be all. I also don't idolize these athletes, rappers, actors, and celebrities anymore. I'm good on that. Yeah, yeah, exactly. I don't idolize anybody. I mean, I respect people for what they do. Like, I love Floyd for what he did in the ring. I mean, I respect his craft. I respect Kobe Bryant. I respect Michael Jordan. But I don't idolize them. They're not a god to me. I just like what they do. But then you got folks who idolize these whoever they might idolize LeBron James or idolize this person, idolize that person. I'm not gonna get in no back and forth with somebody who idolize somebody. I just don't because I don't do that. I don't idolize anybody. I just respect them for what they do and I leave it at that. Okay. I'm gonna put my microphone back in real quick, y'all. Excuse me. Bear with me. Once I put this in though, let me know if y'all can hear me. And then I'm gonna call it a night after a little bit because I don't wanna. I've been on here long enough. All right. Let me know if y'all can hear me. Malcolm Jamal Warner leaving before Bill Cosby was crazy, wild. Mike. Yeah, man. Bill Cosby almost 90 years old, I think, right? Something like that. Yeah, Malcolm Jamal Warner passing away was so unexpected, man. Crazy. Then Hogan left out before Flair. You never know when someone's time to check out. Life's Hotel is going to be tough. Life's Hotel is going to be, though. I'm a big Caitlin Clark fan, but I refuse to act like she walks on water. I can't do it. Yeah, facts, man. Yeah, man. Like, you can appreciate what someone does, man, but my goodness, man. Like, idolizing them is crazy. Like, just acting like they can't do no wrong or they're not human or something like that. Just worshiping them. No, I'm not doing all that. Like, me, my favorite player after Michael Jordan was Kobe Bryant. Like, I love Michael Jordan. Can y'all hear me? Just please let me know if y'all can hear me. I just put my microphone back in and I plugged it back in the bottom of the phone, the receiver down there. I just want to make sure y'all can hear me. Can y'all hear me? Okay, cool. Like, I love Michael Jordan. To me, Michael Jordan is the greatest basketball player I've ever seen in my life. Don't come close. Kobe was the closest, but Michael Jordan was a different beast, man. Oh my goodness. I respect what he's done on the court. I love him. I love the energy he brought to the game and all that stuff, man. But I don't worship him at all. He's a human being. What am I worship him for? But you got some people out there who worship these freaking athletes, bro. Like they get crazy for these athletes, man. Like I oh my goodness, I've seen some crazy stuff one time. I forgot whose live stream I was watching or whose channel I was watching. This was like years ago, I think 3 or 4 years ago. It was a guy, right, who was doing like this live stream, I think, and he was talking about I think he was talking about boxing. I think he was talking about boxing. And some caller got on his line and was saying how he was gonna come through and no, he said, yeah, you come to my city, you talking all this stuff about my guy, man. You come to my city, I'm gonna see you and I'm gonna do something to you, I'm gonna kill you and all this stuff. I'm like, yo, man, what are we doing? But like that was crazy, bro. This caller got online threatening to kill us, man, because he was talking about his favorite athlete. Come on, man. That's so goofy, bro. Like that is goofy work. Goofy work, bro. Okay, cool. Y'all can hear me? That's what's up, man. Thank y'all. Kobe better than Mike? Oh man. You know what? You entitled to your opinion. Uh, I don't know what happened. Hey, listen, man. We not gonna do. I'm not gonna do. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. Kobe, I love Kobe. Kobe was my. I'm a Lakers fan, so I love Kobe, dog. I remember the day I became a Kobe fan. I became a Kobe fan in the 1998 All Star game. He played against Jordan. Kobe came out there. He was 19 years old. I'll never forget it. 19 years old, Kobe Bryant, 1998 All Star games. The day I watched Kobe, I was like, yo, who's this dude? Because I didn't really know about Kobe like that before the 98 All Star game. I didn't really know about Kobe like that. But when I saw him play against Jordan in that 98 game, I was like, yo, I'm going to keep my eyes on this guy. He's going to be a star. I said it to myself. He's going to be a star. You know what I'm saying? And was he a star? Oh my goodness. Was he a star? But better than Jordan? Come on now. Come on now. I love Kobe. Matter of fact, show you how much I love Kobe. I got Kobe on my wall, fam. Like I love Kobe Bryant. If you can see that, I love Kobe. But better than Jordan? Come on now. Guess what else I got on my wall? Michael Jordan, last shot, 1998. Come on now. I love Kobe, dog, but come on now. Come on now. Michael Jordan was something else, man. RC says my favorite NBA players are MJ, Kobe, Kevin Garnett. Okay, respect that. Respect that. My favorite three: MJ, Kobe, and Steph Curry. Listen, man, Steph Curry, man, yo, Steph Curry. Oh my goodness, man. I don't know what to say about Steph Curry. That boy is he ain't real. I need a DNA of Steph Curry. They need to do a DNA on that man. He's not normal. He's not a human being. Steph Curry is not human. I need a DNA on that dude, man. For real. Not your average gamer says, I seen a comment on TikTok that was worshiping LeBron James as if he's God himself. Crazy. Man, yeah, man. Like, I like LeBron, man, but LeBron's just, he be doing too much, bro. Yeah, I can't. All this king stuff and, oh, my glorious king. Like, what's wrong with folks, man? He's just a basketball player. Calm down. Man, that's what I'm saying. Like, I love what guys do. I love what Jordan do. I love what Kobe did and all of that, man. But I'm not about to worship no dude who put a ball through a hoop. At the end of the day, that's what they do for a living. They put a ball through a hoop. I'm not worshiping that guy. I just admire what he does. It's entertaining. But dang, bro, I know how to shut that off. Like, get out of here with that. I'm not worshiping no freaking basketball player. Are you serious? Crazy work. Darcy says, Mike, you probably gonna kick me out the chat then, because I'm a diehard T Wolves fan, and we gave y'all that work. No, it's all good, man. It's all good. It happens. It's all love, man. Like I said, like I just love sports, but I don't get crazy. I don't get maniacal about sports like that. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. It happens, man. You know what I'm saying? We'll be back. You know what? You know what? I'm a Lakers fan, but I can't wait till LeBron leave, man. I can't do LeBron with the Lakers. I never liked him with the Lakers. I'm being honest. I never liked him with the Lakers, man. Man, leave me. Just go, leave. I can't do LeBron with the Lakers, man. It never felt right to me. It never felt like Kobe and Shaq. You know, the OG Goon Lakers squad. It never felt like that to me with LeBron there. I just can't. And that whole bubble championship, man, get out of here, bro. That championship was trash. None of them guys wanted to be there. It was COVID. They all wanted to leave and get back to their family. They wasn't playing for real, for real. They just wanted to leave and get up out of there, bro. Like no one was really focused like that. So I don't count that. I just don't. I'm sorry. I don't. Like LeBron never felt right to me in a Lakers uniform. I never wanted him there. He felt more natural in Cleveland or something like that. But I can't do LeBron in the Lakers, bro. I can't wait for him to freaking leave. He got to go, man. We need our next Kobe. I mean, I can't do LeBron with the Lakers, bro. Can't. I don't know what happened. I've been liking LeBron since I was 5, and I don't worship him like he's. Yeah, man, just a ball player, man. Ain't that deep. I'm probably biased. I was born in '91. Oh yeah, okay, yeah, facts, man. Makes sense. I mean, people gravitate towards the player that they watch growing up in their generation. So that's natural. You know, my dad grew up watching Magic Johnson and Dr. J and all that stuff, so they're gonna be more biased towards them. I grew up watching Michael Jordan, so I might be more biased towards him. But there's nobody with eyes who watched Michael Jordan play, like who watched him play, who seen him play, and then gonna be like somebody better than him. Nah, bro. Like Jordan was it, bro. Like he was it. I mean, everybody young, old, um, love Michael Jordan, from little kids to the elderly. People like fanned out for this man to see him play. Like it was something different. You can't compare that to nothing nowadays, man. Like Jordan sold out arenas and people were like still trying to get tickets, bro. Like this dude was like it, man. He was it. Like the perfect basketball player, bro. The man had the aura, the charisma, the swag, the hang time in the air, creativity. Beautiful game, bro. Like, come on, man. Jordan was it. RC says, I knew that was that last Jordan shot versus Utah from seeing half of the photo. Yo, facts. Facts. Yeah, man. I watched that live when it happened. When I acted, man, I'm about to run out my freaking house. I was acting up. Not seeing that. Yeah, Steph is him. Yeah, man, Steph ain't real, bro. Steph is not real. Steph made the game exciting to watch for me. He actually he gave me new life. You know what I'm saying? Like when it comes to watching the NBA, because I don't watch a lot of NBA like I used to, and not very many guys can get me excited to watch the game like I used to. Like I used to be excited about watching Jordan, excited about watching Kobe and Shaq, excited about watching yeah, not too many other. I used to like to watch LeBron when he was in Miami a little bit, but I don't know. LeBron just over the years he just got soft, man. I don't know. He's not the same guy to me. He got he got too much drama that follows him and too many antics, man. Like just play basketball, bro. Like when he was in Cleveland the first stint and then Miami, he was cool. But after he left Miami, it's like he just became I don't know what happened with this dude, man. Like, he just became all antics. I can't do the antics. There's always something going on with this dude. He always got some drama following him. But then Steph Curry gave me that feeling again about like, yo, I gotta see this guy play. Like he just ridiculous. Yeah. 2016 finals was goaded. Oh yeah, yeah, facts. I'm still mad at Draymond for getting suspended in that freaking game five. I think that was game five. He got suspended or something. Yeah, I'm still mad at Draymond for that. If he never got suspended, I don't think they would have lost that finals. But he can't control his temper. A female country singer made a song called "So I Am God." I refuse to listen to such a blasphemous title song. Yeah, I I don't know about that one. Yeah, that's crazy. LeBron, Kobe, and Steph, my top three. Respect. I respect that. Not your average gamer, huh? So you think LeBron better than Jordan? That's what you think? I'm messing with you, man. Your list is your list. I just get tired of the debate about LeBron and Jordan. I get so sick of that debate because it's like, bro, if LeBron is really better than Michael Jordan, we shouldn't have to talk about this every day. It shouldn't be no debate. The more they try to push this on the on society about who's better, I feel like he's not better because number one, I've seen Michael Jordan play, so I'll never think he's better than Michael Jordan. But the more they try to push that narrative, it's like you're trying to force it. You shouldn't have to force it if he's really better. You shouldn't have to force that. If he's really better, his body of work should be enough to prove he's better than Michael Jordan. You shouldn't have to keep on talking about it. Like when Michael Jordan retired, you wasn't talking about who's better between him and Magic Johnson or Dr. J or nothing like that. You wasn't talking about that. You seen Jordan play, so you was like, yo, that dude's the greatest I've ever seen. That was it. It was no comparison to nobody else. And ever since Michael Jordan retired, they're trying to find the next him. Ever since he retired, they're trying to find the next MJ. Everybody who showed a little bit of promise, he's the next Michael Jordan. And when that guy didn't pan out the way they thought he was going to pan out, there's next guy, and next guy, next guy. They was trying to find Michael Jordan since 1998 when he retired from the Bulls. That whole Washington Wizards thing, that don't count. But they was trying to find the next Michael Jordan since 1998. And everybody who come along, who I guess got some skills, they try and say he's the next Michael Jordan. You're not gonna find the next Michael Jordan, man. He was a one and done player. He's done. That's the one chance you get of seeing somebody like that. There'll never be another Michael Jordan. Never, never. Let LeBron be LeBron. Let Kobe be Kobe. Let Durant be Durant. But you'll never find another Michael Jordan. Leave it alone. It's not close. It's not close. I'm sick of the Caitlin Clark versus Angel Reese debate. They don't even play the same position. Yeah, man. And then, besides, Caitlin Clark is money. Angel Reese, for what I'm seeing, man, she's not performing in the WNBA like that. Like, bro, no, they're not to be compared. Angel Reese worrying about being a Instagram influencer or whatever she got going on, dressing half naked on Instagram. Caitlin Clark is hooping. She playing ball. Man, focus on Caitlin Clark, man. That girl is hooping for real. Nobody got time for no Angel Reese, man. She just want to sit there and talk about WNBA players not being paid. Yeah, no, y'all not being paid. Nobody want to watch the WNBA. No, nobody's watching that, bro. Let's just be real. Nobody cares about the WNBA. Stop it. Nobody cares about the freaking WNBA, dog. Nobody cares. Like, stop it, bro. Like, you're not getting that kind of money that the NBA players are getting. NBA guys are dunking from the free throw line. They dunking. They are doing things that crowds want to see. No one's paying for layups like they do in the WNBA. Caitlin Clark, she's nice. She's bringing attention to the league, but it's not going to be the same as the NBA. Like, come on, man. Like, Angel Reese need to just stop it and play ball. She need to worry about her numbers first before she sit here worrying about getting paid for real. And why she even tripping? She got social media money. I don't even know why she care. She get money from other areas or other places. If she thinks she about to get a $10 million contract as a WNBA player, yeah, right. I'd like to see that. That ain't happening. Just let it go. People don't care about the WNBA like that. I've never watched a WNBA game in my life. Never. I may have seen a couple plays, but I can't watch that. I can't. It's so boring to me, bro. Like, I'm not watching that. Who's watching WNBA for real? She wants so much money. God, please, man. If you're gonna sit there and worry about that, at least get the numbers first, and then maybe you can argue about that. But at the end of the day, you're still not getting that because nobody want to watch that. Mike remembered Harold Miner. He was supposed to be Baby Jordan. Harold Miner, no, I don't actually. All right, she says, when Grant Hill got to the Pistons, they tried to label him the next Michael Jordan, too. Exactly. Everyone who came in the league after Michael Jordan, dog, that had some skill, oh my goodness, it was terrible. Everybody after Michael Jordan, they say, oh, he's the next Michael Jordan. He's the next Michael Jordan. But when that guy didn't measure up, now they're trying to find the next one who they say is going to be the next Michael Jordan. You're not going to just find Michael Jordan like that. Kobe was the closest. You're not going to get closer to Jordan than Kobe did. Kobe was the closest to Michael Jordan you're going to get. And he wasn't quite Michael Jordan. And I love Kobe Bryant, but he wasn't Michael Jordan. But that's the closest you're going to get. My dad said that it's just a bunch of girls running in circles, shooting and bricking layups. It takes a real affinity for watching a women's play. It's more of a fundamental approach to think. Yeah, man. Ain't nobody trying to watch that. Angel Reese, man, this girl can barely make a layup, and she talking about getting a real bag in the WNBA, bro. No. I mean, focus on making a layup first, or learn how to dunk, something. But nobody trying to watch that, man. Come on, bro. Like, I want to know who watches 4 quarters of a WNBA game. I want to know. Has anyone here done that? You watch all 4 quarters of a WNBA game. I never have in my life. Not one time. No, not one time. RC says Kobe emulated everything MJ did. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, you go with what works. Just like MJ emulated a lot of stuff that players before him did. Like greats follow the greats. No one's a total original. Even Michael Jordan wasn't a total original. He copied things from people. He learned his fadeaway jump shot from somebody. I forgot the guy's name, but he learned a fadeaway jump shot from somebody who played in the NBA before he did. So he's not. No one's a true original and did everything themselves. You learn from people before you. And see, the thing about Kobe, he just didn't emulate MJ. He copied from a lot of different greats. MJ, Hakeem Olajuwon, um, what's that? What's that? He learned from different people. It wasn't, and Kobe was smart. That's like anything you do. Like, bro, listen, right? When you go into a job, right, and you're trying to learn that job, you're trying to be the best at that job. You're going to learn from those who have been there, who are experienced, and who are experts at that job, right? You want to learn from them. So what's wrong with Kobe learning from Jordan, learning from Olajuwon? I mean, you want to do what works. With Michael Jordan, who wouldn't want to learn from Michael Jordan? If I was Kobe coming into the league, and I got Jordan, the greatest to ever play, I'm gonna learn from Jordan too. Why not learn from Jordan? He's the greatest to ever play the game. So of course, man, you'd be crazy not to. And you got Michael Jordan willing to talk to you and help you out and teach you some pointers. Who wouldn't want to learn from Michael Jordan? I mean, he's not. It's not a bad thing that he learned from Mike. He's smart in doing that. Shoot, I'm actually shocked that some women are actually 6 feet tall. RC says, not your average gamer. They used to be smaller. The ladies has gotten bigger. I have a love and hate relationships with women's basketball. I prefer women's college basketball over the WNBA, but there is our moments. It's like amateur night at the Apollo. Yeah, man. Nobody trying to watch that. These chicks are barely making layups sometimes, missing 4 and 5 layups in a row. Like, come on, bro. I'm not trying to watch that. It's no dunking. Just look like a high school team sometimes, man. Ain't nobody trying to watch that, bro. RC says, does he win 6 titles without Scottie Pippen, Mike? No, of course not. He doesn't. Of course not. It's like no superstar does it by themselves, man. They all need a supporting cast. There's not a superstar in history of the NBA that won it all by themselves. Magic wouldn't have won his 5 without Kareem. Michael wouldn't have won his without Scottie. Shaq would not have won his without Kobe. Steph Curry would not have won his without Klay Thompson. Like, come on, man. Like, it's no, of course not. Of course not. Scottie Pippen was the perfect Robin to Michael Jordan. Perfect. He could score, but he wasn't like dependent on scoring. He can do so many other things to help Michael Jordan out. He can rebound. He can play great defense. Um, like he didn't have to score the basketball. That was Michael Jordan's job. Scotty could score and he could help Michael Jordan out when Jordan was having an off night, but that was not Scotty's primary job. Scotty was there to be all around. He was there to like just be pretty much a what's the name of the thing? A Swiss Army knife. He was good at everything. Rebounding, he could score, he could play defense and all that stuff. Take hard fouls and all that stuff, man, and guard the best player on the team and stuff like that. So, and Scotty was a beast, man. Scotty definitely was the reason Michael Jordan won 6 championships. Michael Jordan was going to he was not going to do it by himself. It's like when people say that like Shaq carried Kobe, that makes me mad because it's like, bro, he did not carry Kobe. Kobe did not get carried, bro. Like carried is when you barely do anything, you barely produce, and just waltz on to a championship. No, Kobe did not get carried. Kobe was a beast. Kobe was he held his own. He pulled his own weight. It was just that at the time, Shaq was the most dominant player in the league, and Kobe was coming to his own at the time. So people feel like, oh, Kobe got carried to rings. No, he didn't. He earned his rings with Shaq because he played his part and he put up good numbers. Now, and I promise you, Shaq does not win those 3 in a row without Kobe. Great players need great players. Mike, start bench cut. Nate Johnson, LeBron. Magic Johnson, start. LeBron, bench. Cut Larry Bird. Straight like that. That's what I would do. Uh, RC says, if you gave Jordan a Shaq, now that would have been really interesting because MJ never had a dominant center like Shaq. And MJ didn't need Shaq. That's the thing. He didn't need a Shaq. He still won 6, and he had a center. What was the center? Luke Longley, Bill Wennington. He won 6 championships with centers like that, and Bill Cartwright in the first half. He didn't need a Shaq. But if he had Shaq, that would not have been fair. Like I don't even think Jordan and Shaq could have coexisted. Like that would have been too much. Jordan was too dominant to be with Shaq because Shaq was dominant. Jordan was too dominant of a guard. Like Jordan was like the alpha of alphas. He couldn't play with Shaq because they would have had too many of these. Shaq would have been like, I need the ball, I need the ball. Jordan would have been like, man, shut up and get the rebound. Like they're not going. And then Shaq was not going to punk Jordan like he tried to sun Kobe. Shaq tried to sun Kobe early in his career, like, yo, give me the ball, man. You're not passing the ball. Kobe was like, man, shut up. He was not going to do that with Michael Jordan, bro. Can you imagine him trying to tell Jordan, I need the ball? That's not going to work. That's not going to work. That was not going to work. How she says, okay, Mike, I'm signing out, bro. Good talk. Hey, man, salute, family. Thank you for dropping in, man, RC. Much love to you, fam. Good talking to you, too. Not your average gamer. Mike is 4:30. Where I'm at, I'm fitting to go. All right, bet, man. Appreciate you. Thanks, not your average gamer. Peace and love. I've been on this thing for a long time myself, man. I need to get up out of here. But yeah, if you guys have not hit the like button yet and you're in the chat, please hit the like button before I get up out of here. If you don't mind, if say if it's too much, if you don't want to do that, then I get it. That's fine. But please hit the like button before I get up out of here. And then you got any last comments or questions or whatever, please ask or say what you got to say. But then I'm about to get up out of here too. So yeah. Yeah, man. But yeah, and we went from talking about everything to even talking about sports. I don't never talk about sports on this channel, but it was good to get away from the usual topics and talk about a little something about like sports that I'm passionate about. And again, it was good talking to you guys. And I love y'all, man. I really, really do. I love you guys, and I appreciate those of you guys who let me know how much you appreciate the channel and appreciate, saying what I do on this channel. Thank y'all so much. I couldn't have done this without you guys. And thank y'all for your support. Everything. I thank you guys. You guys are the reason why I continue to do these videos and keep this channel going. So I want to say how much I love y'all and appreciate you guys for that, man. But until next time, y'all take care. Be blessed. I love you guys again. Y'all guys stay blessed, man. Please take care. All right. Until next time, this is your big homie, Big Mike, checking out. Peace.